Kaboom! Teach them! Always make sure the message reach them.
Live from Kingston, Jamaica, broadcasting around the world. You're watching the Teach Them YouTube show. Intellectual, yet stimulating. Fair, frank, and factual. This is Extra Class, streaming to the world and beyond.
You know, it's Teach Them, the #1 intellectual blogging panel on the YouTube channel. Kaboom! Teach them! Always make sure the message reach them.
Live from Kingston, Jamaica, broadcasting around the world. You're watching the Teach Them YouTube show. Intellectual, yet stimulating. Fair, frank, and factual. This is Extra Class, streaming to the world and beyond.
You know, it's Teach Them, the #1 intellectual blogging panel on the YouTube channel.
Today was a good day for the COVID response in that we have gotten some 50,000 doses of the AstraZeneca Serum Institute of India vaccines just arrived. It could signal for us the beginning of the end in terms of the high level of threat that the virus represents. And we will start, according to the vaccine plan, by focusing on our healthcare workers and our uniform JDF, JCF officers. And then from there, we move on to our vulnerables over 60.
Very good.
Prime Minister Golding?
We're not seeing it. Can you leave it? Slowly, so what's the left?
Thank you very much.
Excellent.
AstraZeneca 0.5 cc.
Hey, you did it. Time. Just I know.
Just a minute. Relax. Here. All the inhaler sounds.
10th of March 2021, Dr. Byfield is here to take her first vaccination of the AstraZeneca. She's looking quite comfortably as public health nurse. They let Thomas administer the vaccine, no twitching of the face, no tears in the eyes. She's quite comfortable.
Just a little stick is
almost finished. There you go. Over and done. Finish. Take a deep breath. Almost is on. I never finished. I never did that. It's a fear. It's a fear. Oh gosh. It's a fear. It's a fear. It's definitely the fear.
Raise your hand. So what if you had a girlfriend? What would you do if you had a
Move there, so you can't just mark it up for me.
vaccine?
Yeah, people
Yeah, I'm ready. Ow.
Yeah, you got this.
Ow.
Got that.
Jesus. Ow.
Oh, I'm not even touch your
Ow, my
I'm
dog.
not wipe it here.
Ow. Ow.
Okay, I'm going in now.
Okay. Ow.
That was not bad.
Wait, it's done already? Yes, God. Thank you.
Ready? I'm okay. Okay. That was wonderful. That was excellent. Thank you.
I can't take it like that today. Can you tell? We need this to be over.
Deep breaths and don't stop taking the breaths. That's it. Deep breaths. And people coming in. Because that's the closest entry. Yeah. So if they get right. You clean those two things? The two chairs over there. Did you? Oh, the wheel. There's something right here.
There's a lot more vaccines to come. We're working on that. We ask the public, however, to continue to observe the protocol.
Why am I look so bright and white? Too much light. Peeps, good night. Thanks for being patient. I was not ready to start at 8:30. That is why I ran that video. You know what I think? You have to be a showman. You can't be a... You understand what I say? Yeah, man. You know what I think? Peace. Big up on yourself. Good night. We're there. We have a whole heap of things to talk. I got so much things to say right now. Some people are going to vex tonight. Some people are going to please. Some people are going to displease. Some people are going to subscribe, some people are going to unsubscribe. Some people could have tell me about my mother. Some people could have tell me about my father. Some people could have love me more. Some people could have hate me more. I don't know. But some things are going on tonight. You understand? To be forewarned is to be forearmed. For all the people at work at this time on the Friday evening, I trust that your shift will end soon. You will get a chance to be home with your family shortly. For the people on their road, don't want to do quick and fast. And, you know what I mean, come out of the pass. Go on the yard. Peeps, big up on yourself. Everybody where they boat, ready for listen to teach about some things we have to jam down. Jam rock. Jamaica land we love. Land of food and water, Bob Marley, Usain Bolt, Vibes Cartel, Buju Banton, Shelly and Fraser Price, Elaine Thompson, Portia Simpson Miller, AstraZeneca, Kaka, Duppy, Speng, and some more people. Peeps, big up on yourself. Me if I run the intro tonight, I ready. There is no time to waste. You understand? Kalanji, big up yourself. You see, yesterday, 12 people died in relation to the COVID-19 situation. If my memory serves me correctly. Today, there were 5 more deaths and 419 new cases confirmed. The new average now is in the 400. Like if there's a day where we get below 400 cases, is a happy day, because I'll be 500 and 800 and 100 we have to from the other day. The Ministry of Health and Wellness is reporting that Jamaica recorded 5 more COVID-19 deaths on Thursday. The deceased are a 64-year-old female from Manchester, a 56-year-old female from Kingston and St. Andrew, a 61-year-old male from Hanover, a 41-year-old male from Westmoreland, whose death was under investigation, and an 84-year-old male from St. James. The overall coronavirus death toll in Jamaica is now 480, and there was, however, 1 death of a COVID-19 patient that was under investigation. Now, in the meantime, the country recorded 419 new cases from 1,746 samples and 131 recoveries on the day. Now, the 419 newly confirmed cases bring the total number of cases on record for the island to 29,387. Now, of the newly confirmed cases, 239 are females and 180 are males, with ages ranging from 7 months old, to 98 years old. And the cases were recorded in Kingston and St. Andrew, 102, Portland, 86. There has been a spike in Portland in recent times. St. Catherine, 46, St. James, 35, St. Mary, 29, Clarendon, 28, Trelawney, 28, Manchester, 18, Hanover, 15, St. Anne, 12, St. Elizabeth, 11, and Westmoreland with 8, and St. Thomas with 1. There were 14 moderately ill patients, and this is extremely concerning now. There are currently 43 critically ill patients among the 13,763 active cases that are currently under investigation in the country. That is a cause for concern. A major cause for concern. You understand what I say? Yeah. 43 people critically ill. That is rough. So it means that the number of deaths, the numbers related to deaths may be very high in the next couple of days. Yeah. Alright, peeps. To some other things, the COVID-19 vaccination rollout started on Wednesday, the 10th of March, 2021. And you know me very well. For the people who are here regular and the people who have been journeying with me, like James Bannon, the whole of them people there. You understand what I say? People there a long time. And Miss Millicent, Thomas McDermott, and some people they bought from The Devil Was a Boy. You know me that I have never been one to get drawn into conspiracy and conspiracy theories. I am never the one to be easily influenced by the masses and the crowd. However, I sat down, me and my big head, and I was thinking through some stuff. And a couple of things kind of jumped out at me. And again, this is not a conspiracy theory. I am just thinking out loud. As I've said before, that I cannot tell you that the COVID situation is fake or it is real. What I can tell you is that I have heard of millions of people dying around the world and even more greater numbers being sick. And the medical experts among us have said that it is related to the coronavirus outbreak. Right? What I know is that something is happening and people are getting sick and people are dying. However, I have been very careful as to what I let, enter my system and what I kind of allow myself to process. But I was sitting down and I was thinking to myself, and I find it a little bit strange. It could be mere coincidence. It could be coincidental that the first case in Jamaica was discovered on the 10th of March 2020. The first day of vaccination in Jamaica was exactly 1 year to the date, March 10, 2021. Again, I am not creating any conspiracy theories. I am just thinking out loud. And these thoughts are my own. I never sit down and discuss them with nobody. I never ask somebody their opinion. These are my thoughts. Damien White, big up yourself, Big up to the person who contributed earlier to the stream. I think it was Miss Sherry Lee, if memory serves me correct. I think me glanced it. If not, my apologies. But anybody will contribute before me actually came on screen, big up on yourself. I appreciate it. Out of love. So that's one. Secondly, I find that a little bit peculiar. Again, it could be mere coincidence. It could be nothing. Also, we have been treating with the COVID situation for a good few months leading up to recent months. And generally speaking, the numbers were, compared to many countries around the world, relatively, it just in our own context, them kind of seem alarming sometimes. But generally, the highest was 300, then it got to 400. We never hit the 500 mark at any time since March 1, 2020 until recently. And in recent weeks, I have seen the numbers elevating significantly. I have put it down to the fact that there has been increased number of tests taking place. So the more you test is the more you uncover. Right? So that could be it. But there is a chain of thought out there that the government, and again, I am not creating any conspiracy theories here, I'm just thinking out loud, may have been manipulating the numbers, and the recent spike in cases is such to foster and facilitate fear for people to lean towards taking the vaccine, seeing that there has been a public pushback against vaccination from many quarters. Some people are okay, some people are not. Again, I just think out loud. I remember in January, the second, third week of January, I was there, and based on the general trend and pattern, I was expecting a significant increase in the numbers of COVID cases. Because many foolishness go on over the Christmas period, from Grand Market to Christmas to New Year's, whole heap of party. And I was saying that there must be a significant increase in the numbers come the second, third week of January. As a matter of fact, there was a reduction in those numbers. And I discussed that with Scotty. I said, sis, this kind of looks strange, but probably I look through the wrong shades. I say, all right. Maybe people them sick and they're not going to report it and the system now, you know what I mean? Capture them. I say, all right, I know I think. Give and take a few things. But I mean, I say all of this to say this is that we just find a few things a little bit peculiar, a little bit strange, that just on the cusp of rolling out the vaccine, we had almost 1,000 cases on a given day. Like that is, if you are of an open mind and you're a critical thinker, you gotta ask yourself that question. And as I say, me nah create no conspiracy. I'm just saying, me just a thing. Me come here to talk what upon my mind, and me just a talk what upon my mind. So me not tell nobody say the government a conspire and then sitting there. I mean, some people have formulated that viewpoint long before teacher me even say anything. But that's what I say. Alright. So me get that out of the way. As me say, the man them a cook up nothing. But me nah say the man them nah cook up nothing. You understand? Because I don't know who have pot pan fire and which part fire them. Me just a say. You understand? Me as a local youth, I look on the thing, me just kind of curious about a few developments and a few little things. You understand? Me don't know about it. You see me? Yeah. So I come here, come tell people, say, yo, the government do this and the government do that. I couldn't, because I cannot prove that. What I can do is say that based on my honest opinion, my observation with my 2 eye them, something strange. Yeah, and I said it could be strictly coincidental. There could be nothing untoward, but then who knows? That's all I am saying, and I'll leave it there. You understand? Alright. I also saw an article today. Well, I'm gonna read it, I'm gonna glimpse it, that says 99% of the 480 confirmed deaths related to the coronavirus have been people with comorbid condition, diabetics, people who are hypertensive, asthmatic patients, people who have other ailments. Again, primarily the elderly among us. Omar, big up yourself in a big bro. What you deal with? You see me? So they continue to be the most vulnerable among us, and it's rough. 43 critical cases in hospital right now. That's not good. And you will see in a few days when I said that not good. Anonymous, who just tipped, thank you so much for your contribution. I am most grateful and appreciative. Blessings every time. Yeah, man. All right. So the first day of vaccination was on Wednesday. Zane? And based on my understanding, those persons who were vaccinated, I think that is the first. Father Dwight, big up yourself. Appreciate the contribution. And here, sir, I'm not call it the full name because you're good as no. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. I think it is not a single shot. I think you go back in a couple of days or a couple of weeks to get another shot. I am not certain. You understand? If somebody is in here with the medical knows and knowledge of how the thing works, you can always feel free to edify me. I'm open to that. And thing. So day one of COVID-19 vaccination a success. This according to the Chief Medical Officer. So Chief Medical Officer Dr. Jacqueline Bisesa McKenzie has described the first day of COVID-19 vaccination in Jamaica as a success, despite not meeting the targeted 3,280 individuals for the first day. So some 2,718 people on Wednesday received the first dose of the AstraZeneca vaccine. We'll talk about that in a few, representing 83% of the target. Now, speaking on Thursday to reporters, Dr. Bisesa McKenzie said there were logistical challenges, including the late start time, which are being addressed. She said vaccination centers at hospitals also performed better than at health centers. 39 vaccination sites were opened on Wednesday, but a better turnout was expected yesterday. I am not sure what happened there. I think there was a little bit of a rollback because some people started to display signs and symptoms of adverse reactions, but we'll get to that in a few. No, hold on, no, don't rush the teacher. Zane, when more centers will be open, Mrs. Bisesa McKenzie said the level of response by healthcare workers has been encouraging, as even persons who had felt before that they were not going to take the vaccine had come and registered and were now indicating interest. So the Western Regional Health Authority exceeded its COVID-19 vaccination target on Wednesday. It had expected to Inoculate, like, me just see that word there, on a level. Like, when me see that word, me kind of, you know what I mean? And thing. Father Marlon, big up yourself in a broski. Appreciate it. You know what I think? Heart I love, brother. We know the ones that work hard, so when we say teach all this, we give thanks. You see me? Like, when me see that word, my spirit kind of get crossed for some strange reason. Like, there are some words that I love, you know, there are some beautiful words. That word they're not at. You understand? That word they would come like a girl that me not find attractive, like. Me not like it. You understand? But alright. I wish I were there. Inoculate. Yeah. So I'd expected to inoculate 530 people. Jaja. But was able to administer doses to 840. And so on and so forth and so on and so forth and so on. But what we really want to get to here now is this. Because Africa must wake up, sleeping sons of Jacob. I don't know if you don't know that Jonah gang and Nas there. Like, me been a meds a tune there from morning. You understand what I say? Yeah, man, that tune there is a different tune. Like, me know the song, but you know, sometimes you just go back to a song and you say, Bombard, I saw this a song I did bad. Yeah, bad, sir. Alright. Father Bert, big up yourself, you know. Give thanks. Appreciate the support, fam. And appreciate the general support on the channel. Health Ministry says 12 people from phase 1 vaccinated pool have shown mild side effects. And as I said before, and with the administering of any new drug, be it pills or medicine or vaccine, there will be, in the onset, in the initial phases, adverse reaction. Some people will have adverse reaction. In instances, some people may even die. I mean, that has been a long-standing thing. Anything developed medically has the potential to have adverse reaction based on a person's health status, all sort of things, genetics and them something there. 2 shots of vaccine you have to take each. Big up yourself, Father Scott. Manners and respect. I got my first shot, the second soon to follow. Right. Blessings, family. Hope you're not having any adverse reaction, my friend. Give thanks. So the Health and Wellness Ministry says only 12 of the over 2,700 people vaccinated so far have shown side effects, which were mild. Now, Director of Family Services in the ministry, Dr. Melody Ennis, says 6 of those patients were vaccinated in the corporate area. She says all patients were observed for a few minutes after receiving the jab. She says a few of those 6 corporate area patients experienced nausea and vomiting. And Melody Ennis, long story. Meanwhile, Health and Wellness Minister Dr. Christopherson says it appears there's already a plateauing of the rate of increase in COVID-19 cases. That's an interesting statement as well. Anonymous, thank you so much. Sir Simpson, give thanks. Appreciate it, bro. See? Let me see if I can stand my phone upright because people have money enough tonight. You understand? I mean, I really want to miss nobody. Yeah. And thing. But now, vaccination was halted in which European country? I don't remember where because there was some observance. There was observation of people who were given the vaccine developing blood clots, and the administration of the vaccine was paused in some places. However, our one Ministry of Health, Norway, thanks Father Philip. Like, I see so many things on any given day. Sometimes some things just not stick. Empress Mac, good night. Mr. Mac, big up yourself. I know you're watching now. You understand? Big up yourself. Empress Mac, thanks so much, mother. Appreciated. Blessings. So Jamaica remains comfortable with AstraZeneca vaccine amid blood clot concerns, says Tufton. So the government says the ongoing COVID-19 vaccination program will continue as it is comfortable with the AstraZeneca shot after some European states suspended use over blood clot concerns from a small group of people. Denmark, Norway, and Iceland have temporarily suspended the rollout of the AstraZeneca vaccine, while Italy and Austria have stopped using certain batches of the drug as a precautionary measure. You understand? Now, we got 50,000 doses from India. 14,000 more doses are en route. I'm not sure if they are from India, but me, so them are come here. Yeah, son. So Health and Wellness Minister Dr. Tufton said there's no reason to stop using the vaccine, which the WHO approved for emergency use last month. Now, our position remains the same, informed by the World Health Organization that the vaccine is safe, said Tufton. Yeah? We are comfortable with what we have received from the experts, including our own experts, but also at the level of the experts committee at the World Health Organization, he said, noting that millions of people have taken it and the side effects have been minimal to date. You understand? We don't need to get into no more of that yet. So, full speed ahead, Tufton said. You understand? Vaccine on the scene, I suppose. One of the big questions, or the biggest question and discourse coming out of the first day of vaccination is why hasn't the Prime Minister and the Health Minister, Dr. Christopher Tufton, taken the vaccine? You understand? People attack. People been asked. Then ask me still, because I don't administer vaccine. You see me? And thing. I can't tell you why the Prime Minister or the Health Minister has not taken. I know the Health Minister said he will be taking his publicly. I have not heard the Prime Minister spoken as it relates to. But the question though, would the Prime Minister and the Health Minister taking the vaccine make you feel more comfortable in taking it? Just a ask. I know one viewpoint is that it would be a sign of good faith and it would instill confidence in people who are a bit skeptical about taking it if the leader of the nation and the leader of the health sector took the vaccine publicly. Rabidio said because I'm smart. Many countries giving many countries vaccines for free, you know, Philip. I'm not think nothing untoward in that. You understand? It's just diplomatic relationships and probably building diplomatic relationships. India is quickly becoming a major player on the global scale as their economy has been booming, second only to China in recent years. So I suppose they are also jockeying for positions in the region and trying to make friends. So I don't know that because the vaccines are free. Like we get free things from everybody every year. You understand? IDB, Inter-American Development Bank, them that the World Bank, different countries around the world. So getting something for free, it is not new. So saying we are get something for free, that not make it good, then I can't agree with that still. You understand? I could be wrong, but I say we've been to get things for free from them time till now. You understand what I say, bro? So I don't know that make it, you understand? We get things free every year from everybody. You see me? I say, so that's the thing. We get things. Rekesi, blessings. Oh, Teta, big up yourself and your family. Give thanks to the contribution and my lord. Blessings every time. Make them keep it. So watch out now. I saw Tufton in the clean and he got his vaccine, yeah? Alright, we'll soon get to that there. Because I see an article yesterday where I say something different. But make we see. Don White, teach them what about you. I have said before that a lot of people were asking from the stream just why are they so kind to us? As my don tell us, say people are blessings, me G. Whoa. Alright, here we go. I mean, I'm Migla stream and all still. So when I done stream, just shut it to the WhatsApp and I message it in half you. Alright, but me a stream and all. I don't even know how you now watch it stream. My youth. If people are going to hear you if you talk loud still. So we have got to talk. Alright, I say alright. I will let mosquito in our studio. This is not a mosquito studio. I don't even know. Alright, so as me I say now, I am not averse to taking a vaccine. But what I've said is that I will not be in the first batch or second batch or third batch because I know that these vaccines will be unstable at some point in time. There will be adverse reaction to them. And I would be more comfortable knowing that these glitches are ironed out and the vaccine becomes very stable. You understand me? I say, me don't rush thing. Me is that I'm on a cut line for a long time. Me wait my turn. You understand? Because, you see me? Yeah. But me not easy because, you know, and I now come tell nobody say, them forgot take no vaccine. Everybody are them one big people. Me I talk about me. When you ask me a question and me I tell you about me. Me not have no issue taking a vaccine, seeing that we have been taking vaccines for donkey years now. You all know have one run sitting upon the shoulder right as a vaccine make it did it. You understand? Enough people are watching me from the United States and Canada and the UK, when did go there. And before you go there, you have to do a medical and make sure you fully immunized. Immunize a vaccine on immunize with. You have to take vaccine. You understand what I say? So vaccination is not nothing new. What I say is for me, I down the road. You understand? When it think kind of balance. Somebody comment and say that is cowardly. I say I am willing to encourage the cowardly dog right now. You understand? After me now, me in a rush. You see me? And as I tell people, the truth of the matter is that based on the situation, if this thing is really true, I would prefer to take a vaccine than to go lay down on a ventilator. You understand me? If there is a choice in the matter, a vaccine me think there. I don't why me they want to lay down on a ventilator. A machine I breathe for my life. I don't know. You see me the pan? So it is easy to say some things. I'm telling you already, you know. Ross say rather die. I mean everybody had them choice, brother. Zane, I just say something I teach you. Me not have no marker vaccine. Yeah, Kerry? Oh, you never get none yet. Alright, big up yourself. You understand? Sexy Kerry at the beat of me yard. She not have no vaccine mark. You understand? So again, me I talk for myself. I not tell nobody, and let me get this clear. I not tell nobody in front of me, so if I got take my vaccine. Zane? I understand what you're saying, Ross. I not disbelieve you, bro. I mean, I say every man decide. You understand? I can't tell big people how to live them life and what them to do. What I say for me, it is not a totally taboo thing for me. But me in a rush. That's all me I say. See me? That and the truth is that many of us travel and many of us will have to stop traveling because you can't go to some country if you don't have if you don't get your shot. That is the truth. You can't go left some place until you have been vaccinated. So I know that a lot of people who are saying them not take no vaccine, when they go up a line up a US embassy up a Hope Road there and then say go take vaccine and 6 then take. Yeah, how much vaccine, me G? Oh yes, a simple thing that man. Those vaccine is how much you want me take? Or you want me take a Pittsburgh and AstraZeneca plus the one from Cuba plus one next one? All of them lock up, man. Now, don't even worry about it. Vaccine we think there. So that I go on. Me running to see hard again based on research. Alright, Father Ross. Me get what you're saying, broski. I understand and I know that with anything in life there will be contending viewpoints. And many people will see the thing one way versus the other way and stuff. Yeah, man, you know what I think of. Yeah. Man, I go start all buy vaccine on your road. But Jay, how many I sell a vaccine there for? I mean, I want to. You understand? Uncle Sam, I want to go through. They don't even know where I go. I don't know what I say. Remember, I'm telling you still, because when we want to go foreign, you know, we a long time, we are get fake passport around here and I try to hustle the system and I try to beat the system. You understand what I say? So, right now, when man want to go Uncle Sam, then around. But it's just the truth. See? So, I can watch and see still. You see me I say? Yeah, man. But James I say, them say ladies before Jen. So my partner take her. So me I watch it every day. Yeah, observe her, James. Here's a good husband. Thanks for the contribution, Teta. A man I watch him wife and I make sure him wife. Yeah, so the man I care for him wife. Real. Yeah, understand me I say, man. A man I watch it, make sure so she alright. Just want the easy, you know. Jaja. Alright, bro. Nah, on a serious level, I know still, bro. I sincerely hope that the Empress will be okay. I sincerely hope that there will be no adverse reaction. And I hope everything work out, because you know one thing. I took it already. So I am one of the guinea pigs. So how are you feeling, Empress Chance? Are you displaying any symptoms by any chance? I couldn't resist his surname pun, like, you understand? So you know, back to what we did that talk about, because when I did really training, and then I don't want to stay saying, I'm always I couldn't do that, you know. More me just answer one question and move on. You understand what I say? Yeah. Not now. Illness and tough than expected to take COVID vaccine in April. But it's good why. Them man they wait till the first batch they run after. You know, so I am just saying, you know, call me name. I don't want nobody call me name. Teach my mother take it what there right now. She have a science project. You would have killed me like that. Jaja. Shandy, what a beautiful sight. You understand? It's always good to see you, my love. Not my love as in my love, because every man asks about teacher, your girl that. No, Shandy is just one of them long time subscriber. Beautiful woman, young lady. Nice. You understand? Eh. Yeah, man. Good girl. You understand? Shandy Dandy. You know what I mean? Big up yourself. The rest of my co-workers have already gotten their vaccine. I will wait. Yeah, go on pre-thing. Shandy, big up yourself. You see me? Yeah. My wife get the first shot showing no side effects yet. I hope it stay that way. My girl take it over here in the US already, and I don't see anything wrong with her. I hope it stay that way that they'll worry. You understand what I say? Alright, faster. Del Roy. Del Roy. Yes, grandma. That come to my mind. I don't even know why that come to my mind. But alright. Cuban vaccine should get the support because when you go hospitals, the Cubans all over the place. Scotty, no Shandy, you're bad. Speaking about Scotty should have been here tonight. And Sunday night in studio, but there was a development at her home that I don't know if I can talk about as yet. But she will not be in studio tonight or Sunday for that matter. And thing. So hopefully soon, especially Sunday night, we were planning on doing a call-in fundraising stream for a little boy who is fighting cancer, and the GoFundMe campaign has been launched. I think that will still go on, but I don't know that Scotty will be in studio. She probably got there on the line or something. I know that there was a discussion in the WhatsApp channel group about it and stuff, but I'll share some more information with you down the road down. So, all right, make we continue. Prime Minister, I wonder if April one them are take All Fools Day like. Me been a things some things for the other day. I wonder I want to go and remind her that. Scott, well, I hope that she will be okay. She's okay as far as things are right now. However, someone in her household may have been exposed to the virus as their supervisor at work has tested positive. So she's treating with that. But as things are now, she's okay. You understand? She good as a watch and she good as a road to me if you talk out her business. But me take a one road to still. You understand what I say? Yeah, man. So she has stay far. Probably if I didn't me alone did the home, she then probably come, but because Amir is here, unnecessary exposure if anything, and that not right, that not wise. You see me? So we just go and take it one day at a time. Alright, but yeah. My mother-in-law take both of her shots already, and I don't see anything wrong with her. If everyone take some form of medicine, it will have side effects. Yeah, that is true. As I said earlier, any form of medicine will have side effects in some people. So Prime Minister Andrew Holness and Health Minister, and the stream I go long tonight, I mean, me there, I couldn't chat me out, Zane. Prime Minister Andrew Holness and Health Minister Dr. Chris Tufton are not scheduled to take the COVID-19 vaccine before next month unless the pace of the current rollout significantly improves. I don't know why we find this funny, but we need to look hell for the laugh, because alright, make it stay. The news comes as a leading public health expert insists that it is now crucial that the two political figures leading Jamaica's pandemic response take the vaccine to boost public confidence amid concerns in parts of Europe. I thought that is what would have been done. As I said before, I am certain that many people who has been cynical and critical and skeptical about the whole situation, seeing the Prime Minister and the Health Minister becoming the two first Jamaicans to receive the vaccine publicly, and then call teach them to come video it. Because when I video, I don't miss nothing. I want to see when Needle abort. I want to see when them a jolt. He sitting out he buckle with the syringe like. I want to see when them rub off. Yes, so like, I want to see when I understand and look of blood pan sitting. Them sit there, my camera and I miss. You understand what I say? I need to put it on autofocus because I don't want to miss a manual me focus that part. There's something there. You understand? And some tilt and some pan and some zoom and nah miss a thing. You understand? I think of that them when I go do. But they don't do it. Yeah, so my camera them just rest like. You see me? So watch you know. As I done said, that it would have inspired confidence in many more people to say that the leader of the country and the face of the fight against the COVID-19 pandemic in Jamaica, the health minister, would have been the two first people to take it. They know that there are people out here who are skeptical, who are of the view that something is not right, and they should have taken the opportunity to allay some of those fears and to show that they are willing to do what they're asking the population to do. That is just my humble opinion on the matter. You see me? As a leader, you must be always willing to do what you ask people to do. Else you're not a leader. That is just me. My thing. If I am asking the people who I lead to do something, I must be willing to do said thing. You understand what I say? That is just my purview on the thing. That it is not a political thought, it is just leadership. You understand? No teach, they give it to the two former prime minister first. But then them two men they now lead the country. PJ Head leading the country, Gruesome leading the country. These are the two men right now who are front and center of the COVID fight. I saw the CMO taking hers. That was, you know what I mean? Interesting to see that the CMO was taking it, but not the health minister or the prime minister. I mean, and then this is what is going to happen. You see, in the absence of information, that vacuum will be filled with speculation and fiction, not friction, fiction. You understand? This was an opportunity for the Prime Minister and the Health Ministers to seize and to convert some more people over to the vaccine side, if that is what they wanted to do. They did not. I couldn't tell you why. Them say April, I don't know if it's April 1 All Fools Day, they're going to take it. We will see. That would be very funny if it is the first. Jaja, yo, we have a laugh, brother. We have a laugh sometimes. So what you know? It depends on how quickly we get through some of the other priority groups. It would be April, not March, but April. Tufton told the Glean on Thursday on the schedule for his and Oldness's vaccination. Hey man, them a wait for a different batch. Hey man, then a first batch thing. Hey man, them a wait till the dirty water run off in a river. Hey man, then a try to cross that when the water murky. Hey man, then they even want to wash it. You know, yeah. Okay, guys, I'm just kidding. I don't know. I don't know, Rasta. You understand? Now, along with 16,000 healthcare workers, more than 5,000 government officials were also scheduled to be among the first group of Jamaicans to receive the vaccine. But after public concerns, the government changed the order, delaying the jobs for senior state officials. So, I guess they were in the first batch initially, but because people are said them are a healthcare worker, frontline worker, then they go on. You understand? But yo, Jaja, the health minister, though, is dismissing suggestions that he and Oldness could have taken the vaccine to demonstrate public confidence in the AstraZeneca injection while other colleagues wait. The criticisms around whether the Prime Minister and myself deserve the vaccine, but others don't, is unwarranted. He said, what do you mean deserve? It's not a deserve thing. It's we are trying to see something like when I listen to politicians talk sometimes, I get highly annoyed. The vaccine is not a who deserve the vaccine. It's if the vaccine I give, if people want to take it, them take it. It's not a deserve thing. It's, oh, you deserve. Come take this. You understand? Miss Jennifer Chance, what is it? You're very deserving. What a joke here. You understand? Come back for our next joke soon. Rosie, take that joke there. Yeah, and Annie E and Miss Winsome and I don't see no more female name because we are talking about joke. It's just a female name we are talking about. You understand what I say? Yeah, and Kerry. Take 2 joke and then sit there and Dante. You understand? And test. Test, and I mean fleshy. Take 2 joke. Cause you deserve it. Like, man, don't know me, man. Watch it, you know. He said adding that it ignores the critical role that those other elected officials play on the ground in a very micro way and how influential they are in carrying out discussions and mobilizing people. You understand? It has been an unfortunate debate. It can't be an unfortunate debate, Mr. Tufton. That is a little bit disingenuous on your part, Mr. Tufton. It can't be unwarranted. It can't be unfair. People are looking at the leadership of the country. They are looking at the faces. You understand? They are looking at the faces of the COVID fight. And the 3 primary faces is the face of the Prime Minister, the Health Minister, and the CMO. The CMO has taken hers. Yes, she's a frontline worker per se. Mr. Tufton and Mr. Owens, they are not frontline workers technically as essential workers. Yeah? However, they are the leadership in this pandemic fight. So it cannot be unfair for people to ask these questions. It cannot be. Say that you wish people never ask. But people are going to ask. You understand? It has been an unfortunate debate. I disagree, Mr. Tufton. And those who have pursued it have done so, to my mind, in error. And at the potential cost of styming the national mobilization. Nobody knows time, nothing, brother. I won't ask time it. If you know the lead by example, more people than want to take it. That are required, the minister said, noting that targeting over 65% of the population for herd immunity is second only to elections. You have to piggyback or leverage the leadership at the very local level to provide critical support to bring these persons, the vulnerable, out in order to get the sort of response you need. The vaccination, well, I don't know that part then. Tufton explained that Cabinet changed the order because it did not want the issue to become a distraction. Interesting. We felt it is a distraction that was not worth it. But this is a distraction to brother. Which distraction you prefer? You prefer a distraction where you're going to bring more people who want to take the vaccine, or a distraction where more people are going to have questions and become even more cynical and critical and skeptical? Which distraction you prefer? I know which one I would prefer. You understand? I know that I would prefer the one where we, in our doings, bring across some people who never did a plan, or bring across some people that were undecided, versus now creating a firestorm of questions and people becoming even more skeptical. They want to take vaccine and then not take your fool and take man for. Is that going to happen, Mr. Tufton? You is intelligent enough to know that. You don't need me to tell you that. You know that. So, I love this. Zane, we felt it's a distraction. That was this distraction hurting either, brother. He said on Thursday, noting that other elected officials were putting themselves at more personal risks, and maybe one could argue they signed up for this job. And this is how it is. That is weak, bruh. As head of government, unlike many of his colleagues in CARICOM and globally, Holness could end up taking the vaccine well after thousands of Jamaicans become inoculated. As I say, I hate the word inoculated. It's so sinister. Now, Professor Peter Figueroa, one of Jamaica's foremost authorities on public health, said that while he understood the public concerns, he believed that Tufton and Holness taking the vaccine from the start would have been a good thing. Now, common sense that, Mr. Figueroa. I don't have to be a doctor if you can't tell nobody that. I am hoping that they will go forward shortly because it sets an example to the country and to everyone that they are fully committed to the vaccine and recognize its importance, that it is safe and effective. Common sense. But common sense is so common no more, you know? Yeah, sir. A growing number of countries in Europe and elsewhere have suspended using the AstraZeneca vaccine, and blood clot concerns, amid blood clot concerns, although there has been no evidence establishing a causal link. Now, under those circumstances, Figueroa said it is even more urgent for the most senior political leaders to get their injection. Now, especially, it would be good for the Prime Minister and the Minister of Health, in this context, to come forward now and be vaccinated. So I don't know what Dr. Tufton is trying to get at here. So what Dr. Tufton has done is to create an atmosphere where there are no more questions and answers. It's simple. These are the two men leading the fight. How send the mosquito? These are the two men leading the fight. Here's a chance, here's an opportunity to say to the country that we are not asking you to do something that we are not willing to do. We are not asking you to take this vaccine and we are not prepared to do so. You understand? They, instead of brave nurse, I don't remember her name, the health minister, the Prime Minister should have been the two Jamaicans who were vaccinated first. I need to wash my hand, but yeah. Alright. Yes, Rasta. You're damn if you do, you're damn if you don't. But Mike Jones, fine. I understand that purview as well. But don't you think, bro, see, mosquito come to give you your vaccine. Don't you think, bro, rationally speaking, it would have sent a signal to people who are doubting this, people who are undecided, people who are skeptical that our leaders are willing to do what they're asking us to do? Aren't you of the view that this would now lead, because the Prime Minister still remains a very popular man in the country, whichever way you want to take that. And there are many people who believe in him just the same. Dr. Tufton is highly regarded. There are many people who admire and respect him and his opinions. Are you saying to me that you don't think that there would have been a positive spin-off and interpretation of these two men being among the first batch of people to take this vaccine? So yes, damned if you do, damned if you don't. But I think that this would be more positive than negative if they had done it. And again, this is just my humble assessment of the situation. I don't know. Yeah, sir? All right. On a more local level, you know, is the education situation and this preparation for CXC and PEP and them something there. See? The Ministry of Education with CXC has given a deadline for students who have paid and are scheduled to sit external examination this year until the 1st of May to decide as to whether or not they are willing to sit the exam this year or to defer it until next year without any penalization or penalty. So you do your SBA, submit it, you have your SBA on file, next year you just go do the thing, you don't have to pay again. Students are contemplating whether to defer sitting the 2021 Caribbean Examination Council examination, have until the 1st of May to decide. This was announced by Minister of Education, Youth and Information, Favour Williams, who informed that the ministry has prepared guidelines for these students. I am here to receive said guidelines. I don't know if they have been sent out and I have not seen them, but I may get them probably in my email, but I don't check it neither. These guidelines are to ensure that we manage a process efficiently, effectively, and judiciously. She said while addressing a virtual post-cabinet press briefing on Wednesday. She further informed that the ministry bulletins will be sent to principals. Not that means a principal, we didn't get them. Additionally, she said that a virtual meeting will be arranged with principals to detail the process for application for deferral, the considerations or criteria for approval to defer, and we will also detail for our schools how we treat with the retained or deferred students. Now, in the meantime, Williams announced that examinations will be scheduled during June to July 2021 period, following approval from CARICOM's Council for Human and Social Development, which comprises all the ministers of education across the Caribbean. CXC will administer the Caribbean Advanced Proficiency Examination CAPE, the Caribbean Secondary Education Certificate CSEC, and the Caribbean Certificate of Secondary Level Competence CCSLC exams in their original format, that is for CAPE and CSEC papers 1, 2, and a paper 3, which is the SBA school-based assessment, or a paper 0.32 for private candidates, and the works. So I'm watching that to see. I would have had, just a surface discussion with one of my grade 11 groups the other day. I have not had any discussions with the other group as yet. And it came up and I was telling them that the truth is, despite the challenges, it is not for me as their teacher to say, you do this. It is for them to have a discussion with their parents, with their form teachers, with their grade supervisors, and yes, with me as their subject teacher, to see how best we go forward. The truth of the matter is that they are not ready. The next truth of the matter is that they will not be ready at the level that I would be comfortable with come June, July. You understand? However, if we must go forward and they have to sit, we as educators will have to try as best as possible to pull out all the stocks to get our students prepared. Yes, based on my assessment and having been a teacher of geography at the CSEC level from the year 2008, I would have developed an understanding of how the thing works, what it takes for students to pass exams, and I would have had discussions with my superiors as to what will happen and how it will happen as it relates to this exam cycle and expectations and where they should be from where they should not be. And that is not me discrediting my students, it's just understanding the challenges that they face from their fourth form year to starting school late in fifth form, to having device challenges, to having internet challenges, to be impressive. Thank you so much for the contribution, my friend, and these things. So the struggle is still real. Some schools, I'm sure, are in a position where their students are in a better place than some schools. And some students will be ready while some won't. I am afraid that the number of students who won't be ready will far outstrip the number of students who will be ready. That is the reality that we face. That is coming from an educator who has been doing this for over a decade. Yes? All right. I could get into some things that affect the country for the next level here now. No? Make I draw eye cheer. Farm worker held with cocaine at airport. He has been charged. The money, boy, I don't even know. A Clarendon farm worker, Oshina Dimitri, has been charged in relation to the seizure of cocaine in his luggage at the Norman Mall International Airport in Kingston. Dimitri, who is from Gimme Me Bit, was charged on Wednesday with possession of cocaine, dealing in cocaine, taking steps preparatory to export cocaine, and conspiracy to export cocaine. The charges were laid by the police after he was interviewed in the presence of his lawyer. Dimitri is to appear before the Kingston and St. Andrew Parish Court. Well, he was to appear today, March 12th. I don't know how that go on. The police report that on Wednesday, the 3rd of March, Dimitri was checking in for his flight to Toronto, Canada, when his luggage was searched. Now, according to the police, cocaine was found hidden in food items. The estimated weight of the drug is 11 pounds and has an estimated street value of 220,000 Canadian dollars. He was subsequently arrested. I don't know him to the man them. The man them said them a left yard go look a better life, and the man them a care foolishness back at them. You understand what I say? Has there been any changes to the C-Sex syllabus? The C-Sex syllabus was changed 2015 to 2017 over a 2 years period. And that change was made in order to facilitate online marking. For example, with geography, before the change in 2015, there were 10 questions on the paper. Section A, B, C, D. Section A was map work, which was compulsory. Section B, C, D has 3 questions, and the students are supposed to choose 1 question from each section. And that made it easier to prepare the students, because what we used to do as teachers, sometimes you sacrifice some topics, and in each section, so for section B, we sacrifice vegetation and soils, or weather and climate, and they focus on population and what will come with that, or hydrology. Yeah? So it was easier to prepare the students to sit exam versus when they changed it to it became 4 questions and all 4 questions were compulsory. You know, no choice. So it became more challenging for the students to pass the exam because 1 question can have every topic in our syllabus. Well, close. So there has been now a situation where they are reverting to the former format, where the students now will be given an opportunity to choose from different sections. I have not sat down and wrapped my head around it as yet to see if any spider in the ointment, but yes, there has been some consideration there. Gun found in bathroom, man arrested. Man abused him gun. The St. Andrew Central Police Division have arrested and charged 21-year-old Roshane Thompson, a warehouse assistant of Swallowfield Road in Kingston 5 with illegal possession of firearm and ammunition, following a search of his home on Monday. Now, reports had at about 4:45 p.m., a police team armed with a search warrant conducted a search of Thompson's home, during which a Taurus .38 revolver along with 5.38 rounds of ammunition were found in a detached bathroom. Thompson was subsequently arrested and charged. His court date is being finalized. Aye, sir. 3 arrested for gun find in hotel room in Montego Bay. So a joint police military operation resulted in the siege of a firearm, 4 rounds of ammunition, and the arrest of 3 persons at a hotel in St. James on Sunday, the 7th of March. Now, reports from the Montego Bay police are that between the hours of 11 a.m. and 2 p.m., the premises of a hotel on Queens Drive in Montego Bay was searched, and a 9mm pistol with the ammunition was found in a room. The occupants of the room were subsequently taken into police custody, and the identities of the suspects are being withheld as investigators undertake further probe. These 2 incidents would suggest that the police had information and they would have gone in search of these weapons because they had the information. One of them, a search warrant, so that seemed like them hear something. But big up to the police, them. I work or not work. You understand? 3 wanted men apprehended in St. Catherine. 3 St. Catherine wanted men have been apprehended following intensified operations by police personnel within the parish and other divisions within the past 2 weeks. Now, one of the men has since been taken into police custody. Another was fatally shot, while the other was shot and injured during confrontation with lawmen in separate incidents. They are 39-year-old Devon Campbell, otherwise called Yogi, of Gordon Penn, St. Catherine. He was wanted for shooting and other gun-related offenses. He was held while boarding a plane in Montego Bay, St. James, and has been charged with... African must wake up, sleeping sons of Jacob. Tomorrow may bring a better day come. I call mosquito there. Like it's a peer. I don't know what happened to the stream just now, but it crashed. I have patched the vehicle and we are going again. I'm happy that many of you stuck around. Normally people take with themselves. You understand? Did you say that this year? Boy, Jaja, what to do? You understand? So the other man was injured in the Colville area of Manchester. He was wanted in connection with several rapes in the St. Catherine North Division. His identity is being withheld as he awaits identification parade. Yeah? Yeah. Thanks for your patience, guys. I don't know what happened just now. St. Anne woman charged after fake rape report. Teach them. It's a stream first inoculation. A St. Anne woman who reported to the police that she was abducted and raped has been charged after confessing that the claim was false. Them are wicked. Them wicked. Jaja. She has been charged with public mischief and is to appear in the St. Anne's Parish Court on the 1st of April, All Fools Day. That's funny. She made the claim in January at a time when there were increased reports of rapes in the parish, especially in Orcharius. In February, the woman changed her story, prompting the police to further investigate her case. She has since been charged with the offense of creating public mischief, and she will be placed before the St. Anne Parish Court to answer, said Superintendent Dwight Powell. Yeah? I am going to say to the public that whenever they make reports to the police, they must be certain of where their headspace is. Because when those reports are investigated and they are not proven, then there are other recourses that are left to the law enforcement, Powell warned. Why may I struggle so much to read that? Powell said that since the spate of reports in January, stringent measures have been put in place by the police, and these have led to a drastic reduction in the cases of rape. I am not saying that we totally treated it because we believe that there might be other people out there, but we have made a significant impact into what was happening, Powell declared. And Powell said that one main suspect remains in police custody in relation to the reports of rapes. So the Empress said she was abducted and raped and nothing no go so. The things we do. Why do we do them? I have no clue. Jaja. Africa must wake up, sleeping sons of Jacob. Peeps, we spoke about the unfortunate situation where a guardsman security officer lost his life after they were ambushed by gunmen in Santa Cruz, St. Elizabeth. Last week, guardsman is now offering $2.5 million reward for information leading to the arrest of those involved. So a reward of $2.5 million is being offered by Guardsman Group for information leading to the arrest and charge of the persons responsible for the attack on the company's security guards in a foiled robbery in St. Elizabeth. So the reward is being offered through Crime Stop and expires on the 30th of April. 3 guardsman security guards were ambushed by gunmen as they made a drop-off at a financial institution in Santa Cruz on the 3rd of March. It was reported that shortly after pulling up, gunmen pounced upon the guards, a shootout ensued, and the security guards were shot. So too were their attackers, who later fled the scene. Okay. The injured guards were assisted to hospital where one 50-year-old Anthony Emden succumbed to his injuries. The 2 other guards were treated and released. We give thanks to that. You understand? Africa must wake up, you sleeping sons of Jacob. What tomorrow may bring, may a better day come. So this Empress on screen, 19-year-old, if memory serves me correctly, was shot and killed during a dispute with a neighbor over garbage that was reportedly brought to the neighbor's yard by a dog. So guard remanded in garbage dispute murder case, facing more charges. So one of 2 persons who were shot and injured in a dispute over garbage in which one woman was killed in Carlton Mountain in Claremont, St. Anne last week remains in critical condition in hospital. The development was revealed when Leroy Martin, the 56-year-old man, big man, was with several, the development was revealed when Leroy Martin, the 56-year-old man charged with several offenses related to the incident, appeared in the St. Anne Parish Court on Monday. Martin, otherwise known by his alias Biggie, as in big fool, I don't know, a resident of Carlton Mountain, has been charged with the murder of Navajia Gray, which is the Empress on screen. In addition, he has been charged with 2 counts of wounding with intent and also illegal possession of firearm and illegal possession of ammunition, all stemming from the shooting of the 2 other persons during the incident. Now, a bail hearing for the accused did not get underway as scheduled due to prosecutors indicating that additional charges are pending against him. Now, further, a statement is yet to be collected from one of the complainants, a female, due to her being hospitalized in critical condition. The other injured person has been released from hospital. Now, as a result of the developments, the accused man was remanded in custody until the 29th of March. So it was reported that on Tuesday, the 2nd of March, at about 11 a.m., Martin and his neighbors, including Gray, got into a dispute over garbage that had been scattered by their dogs. The incident reportedly infuriated Martin, and an argument developed between him and Gray, along with other occupants of her household. Martin reportedly left and returned with a gun, with which he opened fire, hitting Gray and the 2 others. He then fled the scene. So the wounded persons were assisted to the hospital where Gray died. The other person, as I said, is in critical condition. And Martin was later arrested and was charged after a question and answer interview in the presence of his attorney. Ah, boy. Yo, but I don't know what's wrong with me, you know. God knows what's wrong with me. The man, garbage. This was a rubbish murder. It was a garbage murder. Literally. Garbage rasta. A dog can garbage got in. People no tie up on the dog them they ask. Cause say the dog them I make people dead bout ya. Norwood residents ready to flee. You mean Norwood? That is a part of the constituency headed by the Minister of National Security. Yeah? Who knew? While they welcome the latest curfew tile imposed in the volatile Norwood community, residents in the Hollywood and Dakatone Square, first may I say that, areas said that they were still living in fear. It's a shame and disgrace to know say the Minister of National Security, Dr. Horace Chang, is a member of Parliament. And I'm right. It's not me, then it's not me right. I have been singing this song, the Psalms, a while last Psalm. Psalm done me, 101. Who not tell me? While last Psalm in a Psalms I believe you know. I have been singing this psalm from the beginning of church service. Never read it again. Yes, the poet, that's what we call it. Psalms 119, I last a long time I sing Psalms 120. So what's a 119? I say 140. Look here, who's one of the Psalms there, sir? What? Look like we don't got a different church, so they get different number. Then it's a problem. The church sing is a part of the problem. 150, alright, it's 150. A long time I sing Psalm 151. Somebody has 109. No, hold on there. 119 are the longest. Oh. I don't want to trick me with the Bible, you know. A long time I trick people with the Bible about there, you know. You understand? How many, look here, me don't want you to tell me nothing. How many Psalms are there in the Bible? 150. A long time they want to trick people with the Bible, but no, can't trick me about it. You understand what I say? 120, 109, 100. Oh no, go on. 150. This is the 151st Psalm, which says, I lift mine eyes up to the hill, assessing the crime situation in Norwood, Canterbury, South Spring, Glendevon. Lo and behold, in the days of that man and that girl, that the Minister of National Security in Jamaica, Dr. Hellshire, was the Member of Parliament. And it came to pass that teach them can't understand this. It's a long time you have seen that Psalm here. Me been a try to find out that Psalm say from you don't even know. Watch it. Yo, Jaja. While let me sit up. Cause I want them people that watch the street and then just think alike. You understand? Why? And crime begot crime in Norwood. And Norwood's crime begot crime in Canterbury. And that begot crime in Glendevon. And Glendevon crime begot crime in South Spring. And there was no solution. And in the days of 2020 and 2021, Norwood, never mind, the part of the Psalms didn't work out. Alright, watch it. It's a shame and disgrace for no. I mean, I read it just like, it's a shame and disgrace for no say at the Minister of National Security, Dr. Hellshire, is a Member of Parliament. And yet, a pure killing and shooting are going up here, one female vendor said. As soon as this year curfew you up and sat there, me and my family are leave this year area because things are get out of hand. When I'm not in and now with the crime are going around the area because I just weekend them kill people at Albion. And on Sunday, them all 3 boy hotel room on Queen's Drive with big gun. And all of them area they join Norwood community. At least 8 other residents said that come Monday morning, they too will be moving out of the Norwood community with their families. My boss, if you did live up here, so you would have want to move long time. It's a shame to see the youth them a patrol the street them at night time with them big gun and some big long guns. Never mind. Like them a police or them a soldier. One male shopkeeper stated, we have soldier camp right over there, sir, and the soldier them a patrol the place, but the youth them don't care. It's like them not respect no one. As far as me see it, it's like them don't even fear them life. He added that a number of residents, including him, don't have relatives in other communities, so they are forced to stay and face the danger. You understand? Who don't see what I go? One senior cop said that between the end of 2020 to March, more than 15 persons have been murdered in Norwood. Despite not having a murder in Norwood over the past week, investigations have linked several men from the Norwood community to a number of crimes within the parish. So the Joint Police Military Forces will be making a clean sweep of the area in search of wanted men and illegal weapons. Blah, blah, blah. He noted that Norwood, South Spring, Flanker, Cambridge contribute to most of the murders, gang violence, and other criminal activities in St. James annually. Africa must wake up, the sleeping sons of Jacob. Tomorrow may bring me a better day come. Boy. I have asked the question many times. I have said, how do we have a Minister of National Security who presides over one of the most volatile constituencies in this country? It does not inspire confidence. We have been talking about confidence from fostering confidence from based on the actions of our political representatives from 9. And I always bring it down to an even lower level. If me as a classroom teacher cannot control my classes, if when me go in my class a boy run that, then how come me as teacher, classroom teacher, if become principal one day? Then if me can't control my class, or me I'll control the whole school. If me can't govern half my constituency, or me I'll govern half the country. I mean, I say Mr. Chan can get rid of every murder down so and every whole of foolishness. But I'm saying, these communities have been volatile for years. How much has been done under his stewardship to treat with the criminal situation in his constituency? If you have pipe in your house a leak, or if you want to come to my yard, come fix my pipe and your house a flood out. That's how you love water. And I said it before, and I'll say it again. When Minister Chang became security minister, it was done not out of him being the best candidate, but out of Andrew-ness, fixing up his chessboard to have the people who are his allies closest to him. So fine, Montague was struggling, but we must say Montague supported Manayard in the last internal presidential election in the Jamaica Labour Party. So, the truth of the matter is that Montague is not an ally of Andrew Ness. So, in order to show up himself politically in the party, him get rid of some man, like them call someone and put them around a prime minister office without portfolio. Darrell Vaz might keep a close eye upon Darrell. And Manaya, they move him from finance, growing agriculture, run one part, run a fisheries like. You understand? The only person you never touch who was in Manayard camp was Tufton. And the reason I think he did not touch Tufton is because he knew that there would have been a lot of disquiet. But Dr. Horace Chang was given the security portfolio out of his support for the Prime Minister and not out of his capabilities and competencies to treat with the crime situation in the country. That is the plain, cold facts. And if I should ever have a sit down with the Prime Minister, it probably not going to happen because I have some question for you. Some serious question. And my question, them, you can't go tell me, say the only way for me interview the Prime Minister is me have to prepare my question and send them come here. Then I know you may interview, brother. It's the Prime Minister may interview. The interview is supposed to be organic and it flow. I not go disrespect the Prime Minister. I not disrespect people like that. You understand what I say? But just go ask a question what the people them want answer to. You understand what I say? Like, Mr. Prime Minister, Mr. Chan, like, seriously, talk to me. Like, how we reach one other part or another place? What going on Salisbury and Canterbury and Glendevon for much years now? What gave you the confidence? Furthermore, the man a deputy prime minister. So I leave people business. Leave people business alone. As my very good friend Admiral Tibet say, leave people business and mine here. But it's taxpayers' money and I pay tax about it. You understand? Yeah, man, them have this habit when you interview some people, you have to give them the question them for them vet them. Vet what, man? I ask you some question, brother. You answer a question them family. I not ask you nothing about certain things. I ask you about things that affect the country. You understand? It's that me ask about. Go vet my question them. Think my question them a dog and puss. You want vet my question them. Alright, that's not funny, but me could go on. Yes, Rasta. I would have some very serious questions, you see? I don't foresee that possibility becoming available because me not really means my question when me decide to ask some question. You know? You understand? And I'm always going to do so in the most respectful manner. You understand? I'm always going to be polite, but I come to ask question. See? Alright. So Kaka. Now when you're looking at Kaka eye them, me not too looking at money eye. But say the money eye them different rasta. Them eye there is not the eye of a regular man like. Yeah, money eye different. Ian, pick up yourself in a family. Kaka on screen, his current name is Ricardo Richards, is on the run after he disarmed a police officer and used the police officer's gun to shoot the police officer before him take away himself. I spoke last week to the fact that there's going to be a situation in Jamaica where a police officer will be unfortunately either injured or killed by their own weapon because the interactions with members of the public are becoming so serious where that is the only thing left to happen for a civilian to disarm a police officer, and a police officer may die from his own gun. I have said that. The police officer in the situation is not dead, but he is being treated after he was shot in the abdomen. Cop disarmed and shot by a prisoner. An officer assigned to the Denhamtown police station in West Kingston, and I did that video earlier. It is the first time in about a year that I've uploaded 3 videos in one day. Like, I just did feel a work vibe today. You understand? I kind of try to get back in that zone. You know that zone where I did that Billy channel and I did that dig it. You know, I start dig it again. You understand? I don't know what I'm going to manage, you know, because the teacher is back. May come back with blood in my eye. As my very good friend Loco John once said. Come back, me have all the dub plate. Teach them come back with blood in my eye. You understand? Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah. Alright. But what I go on here so now? So now, an officer assigned to the Denhamtown police station in West Kingston was shot and injured by a prisoner who had been taken to the National Chest Hospital in St. Andrew for medical treatment on Friday, the 12th of March. The police are seeking the assistance of the public in locating the prisoner, 31-year-old. This man don't look 31 still, but them say I'm a 31-year-old Ricardo Richards, aka Kaka, of a dirt road address in Bull Bay, St. Andrew. So the JCF, via tweet earlier today, stated that Richards disarmed the policeman of his firearm and shot him before escaping with the officer's service pistol. The policeman, based on the information that I have, was shot in the abdomen and has been hospitalized and is receiving treatment. I cannot tell you his condition at this point in time. I hope he's stable, if not released. And thing. Kaka was reportedly in custody for murder, shooting with intent, along with illegal weapons and ammunition charges. You understand? Apparently, he was taken to the National Chest Hospital for treatment, so I guess he was complaining of chest pain or whatever. But it would appear also that there was a breach of protocol because information that I have received said that he was not wearing an handcuff at the time. So I guess the handcuff was taken off him for him to receive treatment, and he made use of the opportunity. I am happy that the policeman is still alive, and I hope that his recovery will be speedy. And I also seen that Kaka is out, armed and very dangerous based on his charges and what he did today. Please be on the lookout. You understand? They said he was admitted there for 2 weeks. Okay, I'm gonna sit that part there to the Empress. Patricia, good night. Thanks for the information. Zane. I don't know if Kaka did plan it like. I'm just seize the opportunity because it present itself. So I don't know. So it's only one policeman take him to the hospital. As Patricia is saying that he was there for a while, so I don't know. Normally it's one policeman guard when you're upon police guard and the shift change. I think. I have not seen it with my own eyes, but I think that's probably how it goes. Zane? So, yeah. he is in possession of the policeman's weapon. So that means he's armed and dangerous. So please be on the lookout. Kaka is out and about, and we don't even know him out. You see me? The man eyes them tell you a lot. You understand? A voice note is out, Empress Jackie, in relation to this incident. Well, I probably received it, but I'm probably not see it yet still. But yeah, complacency could be as well. Jamaican police don't use shackles. No, mostly handcuff. You see me? So this could have ended badly for other people too. Medical personnel who were probably in the general vicinity may have been injured. I'm a 31, but then Peter, then I know me and father, me I tell you me here. You understand? Jaja God. Police, so be careful how to treat them. You understand? Yes. Now, I know we call the police brother who was on that video. Well, I call him Creamy. Creamy, big up yourself. This fellow here, I call him Hellshire. Oh, that picture did fit turn around. So, you understand? This is Mr. Stephen Whitaker. And before I go any further, let me address a few things here. There is a growing discourse in the public space that is saying that anytime somebody is frustrated with the system and voice their concerns, people say them mad and question their mental state, their psychological balance. And a number of people would have labeled or questioned the mental state of Mr. Whitaker. See? And the truth is, I suppose that is a default response to when people behave untoward. People are saying that, you know, we are sheeple and we are sheeps and all of these things, and we are easily led, and the man was right and thing. Now let me point out something here. And again, these views are just my personal views. There is nothing wrong with voicing your opinion. There is nothing wrong with having contending views to the status quo. There is nothing wrong with being curious and quizzical. There is nothing wrong in standing firm for what you believe in and standing against what you don't believe in. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. And I think I have a certain level of respect for people who are able to realize that something is wrong and they are willing to stand up for it and fight for it. However, there is a way and there is a way. We can be opposed to anything and everything. We can disagree with anything and everything. However, it is how you treat with the situation and how you voice your disagreement, your dissatisfaction, your opposition. So there's nothing wrong with standing up for what you believe in. I believe every man should stand up for what they believe in, and stand against the things that they don't believe in. I am totally for that. Because believe it or not, I am going to stand for what I believe in. And I will stand firm against the things that I don't believe in. We don't have to be disrespectful. We don't have to be rowdy to voice our opinion or state our disagreements. In Jamaica, it has become the norm when we are voicing our disapproval or disagreement to do so to a point where it starts to become disrespectful. We don't have to do that. So I will not sit here and tell a man, say, them not to stand up for what them believe in and them not to defend them rights. But what I'll say to a man, we can do these things in a civilized manner where we don't have to disrespect nobody, but we don't have to tell nobody about them mother. It would be nice for us to develop that maturity as a nation where we can do this. You understand? Some people don't feel satisfied if they are not loud. I don't know why. Some people are not satisfied if the whole of the place runs on the people and runs and not hear them. And as I have said before, fear the man who speaks less. Be wary of the man who shouts constantly. Boy, Silver, I hope you're wrong. Zine? No. We know the situation. We know what transpired. You understand? We live in a country where it is our constitutional rights to state our opinions, our disagreements, and to speak freely. However, in trying to get our points across, we don't have to be disrespectful. You understand? That's all I'm saying. Zeal? And we are seeing more and more cases and incidents where disrespect and boisterous behavior is now the norm. It's commonplace. You understand? I mean, know some people are watching and say about teach. When you're calm about the thing, nobody not hear what you say. I don't agree with that, you know. I don't agree with that. I can tell you that. Zane? Empress Kelly, how are you, my friend? It's been a while. Hope all is well. It's good to see you. I saw some people commenting saying that anytime people in the country say anything about the Prime Minister, them lock them up. If anytime anybody say anything about the Prime Minister, them lock them up, I would have been living in prison. I said the most things about the Prime Minister the most times. You understand? I don't have to come here, come disrespect the Prime Minister to get my point across. I don't have to come here to come call Mr. Andrew Holness this and that and send him up anywhere to get my point across. And I can tell you with documented proof that they hear and they listen. May I say that again? I can tell you for a fact that when I speak without being loud and rowdy and disrespecting and cussing any bad word and call nobody this and call nobody that, they hear, they listen, they pay attention, and on more than one occasions, they have reacted. You don't have to be loud. You just have to have a conviction and stand up for your belief, you know. Be consistent. Be firm. You don't have to be loud. Teach them ain't loud, man. Sound like Glenn Ricks just now. You understand? True, Paula, your good friend. I wish Paula did my good friend. I want to interview Paula Llewellyn like yesterday. So I wish Paula was my good friend. I would have get the interview. That interview will blow people out of their waters. You understand? If and when it happens. You see me? Yeah, man. You see me? And as me I say, they pay attention. And teach them not come here, come call the Prime Minister nothing. I don't come here, come tell the Prime Minister about him ancestors. I don't come here, come tell the Prime Minister about him wife or him mother or him youths them. I come and I voice my opinions and my concerns. And if I need to step on some people, I step on them in the most polite, articulate way I can find. Sometimes I get a little bit emotional about the thing. But I not come here, come disrespect no man, and that not needed, brother. And I can tell you that they are paying attention. Right now, them have somebody I watch this. So the Prime Minister go hear about a discussion. I'm going to ask you, I tell you, the person we are watching know themselves. Me don't know them, but they know themselves. You understand? And as I've said before, I have documentary proof that they have had to respond as they are taking notes. And we not out here I cuss nobody and I get boisterous and I tell no man about them mother. So, stand up for your right. Fight for your cause. You understand? Remain strident and firm in your beliefs. But then there's a way and there's a way. You see me the point? Alright. So, I say all of that for say, for the people that I say, the man mad. I don't know that the man is mad. He's probably frustrated. Mixed with a level of arrogance that is a little bit distasteful. But he's just probably frustrated. Like a lot of people are frustrated. And a lot of people have frustration penned up inside of them in relation to all that has happened because of COVID. I get frustrated too, but then again, I am blessed. You understand? I am doing still far better than many people. So I give thanks. I give thanks. I mean, a lot of it is through my own hard work, but I give thanks. You understand? Teach them, they don't give you back super chat yet. Been watching on my TV, haven't commented. No, you know, then take you, brother. You understand? But one link up at the top, one pin comment, if you click on it, you still can give me some of your money. You understand? It comes straight to me. YouTube not get none of that money there. Give thanks. It's a better money this year. It's a money and more. But the super chat more convenient. And you know, people like so when them name pop up and say, yo, boom, boom, boom. Your name pop up still, but you know, come up here so you know one pretty color. But you understand? Yeah, man. That money are more money. I like that money. Yeah. Alright, brother. But hope you and the family good enough. Yeah, man. The video give me a good laugh. The man of steel in handcuffs. Yeah, so he had his moment. He is now well known. Many people see him as a hero. Many people view him as zero, irrespective of how you see him. He has been arrested and charged. And some of the charges them weird and the fines are even weirder. You understand? We know the deficiencies in the justice system. We have spoken about them a million times. You understand? Some fine were upon the books from The Devil Was a Boy, $100, $20, $50. You understand? And things. And joke thing. Man who scolded cops on video fined $26,000. Right now, if you go down at Tasties and you buy 2 beef patty, 2 cheese patty, 4 cocoa bread, and couple of orange juice, 6 bills left out of 26 grand. Yeah, that's why we don't got Tasties on a regular life. You understand? But Tasties big up on himself. Yeah, man. Stephen Witter, the man who was seen in a viral video berating lawmen in an expletive-laden tirade at Hellshire Beach in St. Catherine last weekend, has been fined a total of $26,000 for several breaches. The 42-year-old resident of Stony Hill, St. Andrew, appeared in the Kingston and St. Andrew Parish Court on Thursday. The police, in a statement after the hearing, said his sentences were breaches of the Disaster Risk Management Act, $10,000 or 30 days, resisting arrest, $2,000, $2,000 or 10 days, resisting arrest, 2,000 Jamaican dollars. See my wallet, yeah? This is my wallet. This is my wallet. Like, you understand? We don't do the sit down for one month business. We think $2,000. Let me see. If in a look, let me see. 2 grand. Oh, I hate that $950 me have in my name. But say, normally we have a 2 grand. I just show you 2 grand. Like 2 grand. Wait. Like, alright. Let me see. 2 grand. Me save $50 and me save $100. Yeah? The rest of them they run on one part. So this a $100 stock. This a $50 stock. I'm not spend then change it. You understand? $2,000. So that's supposed to be 20 of them, yeah? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 at 1,000. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. $2,000 and me have change left. Watch out. We have seen many instances right now. Me reach it out. They can't even. Uno can't fun with money. Uno don't even know. Right now, we have seen many videos where Jamaicans have been tussling with police officers. Many Jamaicans. I'm sure you say be careful. That $2,000. Not hard than that. Me not sure when nobody can see. You understand? Yeah, man. But give thanks. And those instances are increasing. Those incidents are increasing. And you'd want it to stop. And one of the ways of stopping it is to send a message to persons who have that intention that should you come in front of the court, you will face the full brunt of the law. Resisting arrest, $2,000. $2,000. Resisting arrest in Jamaica, $2,000. Or 10 days. Disorderly conduct, $1,000. Or 10 days. Indecent language, the law they need for crap still, because that's really crappy. $1,000. Obstructing the police, $2,000. Assaulting a police officer, $10,000. No man, we don't reach it up, but as Scotchy said, the poor man save, the rich man invest. You understand? So me I go and see if I try invest. You see me? Yes, guys. As I always encourage you to develop saving habits. You teach. The PayPal link up, man. See it up at the top of the comments. I hit that. Just click on that. Zane? Teach enough like police out there. That is true. And thing. Yeah. $2,000. Resisting arrest. Me just a point that out too no. No, but Jamaica first. $2,000, brother. And it's not a matter of finding it like me. I work hard, my friend. And when I said I work hard, I work really hard. So whatever I achieve is through my hard work. So I would encourage other people to do likewise. Work hard. It is a very kind thing. Hard work. You see? So, gentlemen here, in total, Witter was ordered to pay $26,000 or serve 80 days in jail if the fines were not paid. Remember the man I say him is not a poor man? A monkey money this. Me tell you say I want good meal that don't taste these with your friends then. You understand what I say? Auntie. Yeah. One good meal don't taste this. A juicy beef not so expensive. Good food for good money. When I say taste this food not good enough, but it's not cheap. A joke, but this I give trouble. PayPal in the description, yes. And also there's a link in the click there. In the top of the comment section up there. So. See, so just click on that and you reach round so quick and fast. But PayPal in the description, Patron in the description, the merch store in the description, everything down there. How much you send barrel home? You know, I'm not sure, you know, Teta. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Alright, peace. Make whip. Jaja. 80 days would be more beneficial. No, man, them man, they can't find their money, man. Them man don't need 80 days to release every prisoner around there. Them man say I'm going to release every prisoner. I am just showing you that some of these laws are so antiquated, unnecessary, silly. Like, it ain't funny, man. Pervert sexually assaults minor. The Center for the Investigation of Sexual Offences and Child Abuse, SOCA, is carrying out investigations regarding an alleged incident of buggery of a minor in Clarendon. Head of the Clarendon Police Division, Superintendent Glenford Miller, confirmed that the police are probing the incident. Reports are that about 5 p.m. on March 4, the complainant was walking through bushes when he saw the accused man, who offered him $1,000 to play with his penis. The boy ran off. But the accused told him he was joking, and so he stopped. However, it is alleged that the accused then pushed the boy to the ground and began touching him inappropriately, after which he pulled down the boy's shorts and buggered him. I'm very uncomfortable I read a story, but I read it because I want to make a point. Hold on. Miller said the accused is known to the complainant. Where that incident is concerned, we got an alias and we started investigations already. And we are trying to get him in custody. It is someone actually known in the community. We are trying to get that information sorted. If these allegations are true, is it? And as I say, knowing that I have a son, you see? I don't really know how they're going to explain this to me where in a way where my brain a chip. You understand? Parents, be careful how you allow your child to go out and where they go, and encourage them how to treat with certain situation, and guide them as best as you can, because out here we have some crazy people. I will definitely keep an eye on this situation, because I know everything good for that. You see? Cheryl Lee is saying part of what I'm thinking. This is very likely not his first attempt at something like that, if the allegations are true. Yeah, man, it's a Clarendon. You're not so which part of Clarendon still. Lion without thought. Who are we today? Yeah. Well, Africa must wake up. You sleeping sons of Jacobs. Who are we today? Yeah. Sleeping on bread. We can work it out. INI TV, big up yourself. Give thanks for the support. Peeps, INI TV, it's a YouTuber. if you ever have the opportunity and the time on your hand, you can go across and check out his work to see if it is something that you like. And as such, you know, you may become a part of his family as well. Yeah, man. Give thanks. My son. It's a prison I make for dog, you know. Blessings, broski. Alidan, big up yourself, you. On screen, Simone Campbell Collymore and Omar Best Collymore. Ah, boy. Contract killer Wade Blackwood, who pleaded guilty to the shooting death of businesswoman Simone Campbell Collymore and taxi driver Winston Walters in Red Hills, was sentenced to life in prison. During sentencing in the Home Circuit Court, Justice Lorna Shelley described the incident as brazen and cruel. Blackwood, 24 years old, was ordered to serve 35 years before being eligible for parole on each count of murder. The sentences will run concurrently. Blackwood was also ordered to serve 80 years and 6 months on the charge of illegal possession of firearm. He had pleaded guilty to 2 counts of murder and illegal possession of firearm in January. In a social inquiry report, Blackwood, who showed no emotion during the sentencing, said he has regrets about his life choices and said he was sorry for the pain he has caused the victim's family. The husband has not been sentenced as yet. He is still in front of the courts, Kevin. He also asked for forgiveness from the families and said he was sorry to have disappointed his own parents. I have nothing to say. Walk up and down, collect money to kill people. $35. At 35 years him getting up because him a run concurrently and he'd have pleaded guilty. One dead, 30 homeless after fire destroys house in suspected domestic dispute. The police are probing a fatal end to a domestic dispute and suspected arson along Beeson Street in downtown Kingston. It is understood that close to 30 persons were left homeless as a result of the blaze. It is reported at about 3:30 in the morning in question, residents saw smoke coming from a premises and summoned the fire department. A woman who has been identified as 37-year-old Latoya White was found dead during a search of the compound. Her partner, who residents say was involved in a dispute with her earlier, is now on the run. 30 people left homeless. Because if the allegations are right, because one man, one argument. 30 people homeless, one dead. That burning concern is no longer there. They're filled with the medicine where Babylon prepare. Instruments of cruelty present everywhere. Strong enough to take your life, but not enough to care. Man gunned down in Havendale. One man is now dead and another injured following a gun attack along Vermont Avenue in Avondale, St. Andrew on Monday. The dead man has been identified as 59-year-old Carlton Brown. Police report at about 11:45 a.m., Brown and the other man were traveling in a Toyota Wish motorcar and drove into the apartment complex where Brown resided. Before they could exit the vehicle, they were attacked by a gunman who opened fire and hit them both. Brown was shot in the head and upper body. Both men were taken to hospital where medical staff declared Brown dead. The other man was treated for his injuries. So as news of Brown's death spread on Monday, residents of several communities along Manningsville Road were grief-stricken. Brown is said to have fathered children in the area and was said to be a well-loved individual. Jano, them kill Carl. He wasn't a selfish man and lived good with people. This is a blow to many people who can't understand why a good man like that get gunned down, one resident said. Man allegedly shot by Jesus and company in Westmoreland. I don't know who write them title here for them article here. That one here bad. Detectives in Westmoreland have charged a man with wounding with intent and illegal possession of firearm and ammunition after an incident in Farm Pen district in the parish on Wednesday, the 3rd of March. Farm Pen. The man accused this 38-year-old Nardo Grant, a labourer, no doubt, of Farm Pen Road in Sav, Westmoreland. Reports from the Savannah Lamar police are at about 7:45 p.m. The now complainant was exiting his motor vehicle when he was confronted by Grant and another man known to him as Jesus, who was armed with a gun. A confrontation reportedly ensued between them, resulting in the now complainant receiving gunshot wounds. Grant and the other men then fled the scene. The police were summoned and the now complainant was taken to hospital where he was treated and released. An operation was carried out by law enforcers and Grant was apprehended at his home later the same day. He was charged on Sunday the 7th of March following an interview with investigators. Jesus and company. Jaja. Disabled man killed in Portmore. His son is now in custody. The slaying of a 52-year-old disabled man, allegedly by his 21-year-old son in Greater Portmore, St. Catherine, has left the family in turmoil. Residents are equally shocked about the tragedy, which unfolded about 8:50 p.m. on Monday, claiming the life of Dalbert Edwards. Edwards had previously suffered a stroke which left him disabled and needing assistance to move about. According to neighbors, Edwards was at home with his son, who came to live with him about a month ago on Monday night when the unthinkable transpired. I've got studios to voice in. I count my blessing. I've got strength and endurance. I've got no health insurance. I count my blessing. I think this is the son. I had just started to sleep when I heard murder coming from his apartment. Edward's tenant, who lives in a section of the house, said. I got up, came on the porch and knocked on the front door. I tried it, but it was locked. I called 3 times and asked what was going on inside. Rondia Holness, who lived across the street from Edward, said she was alerted by a fellow neighbor saying that someone was screaming for help. I got up and looked out and saw my neighbor going over to Dalbert's house, and I joined her. But the door was locked and she kicked it open. What? Empress? It is so sad to see this man we all come to know as Uncle Lance stabbed up like that. Holness said that the police were called and the disabled man, who was discovered lying on the kitchen floor in a pool of blood, was transported to the Spanish Town Hospital where he reportedly succumbed to multiple stab wounds early on Tuesday morning. The deceased man's sister, Marvet Edwards, said that previous events had caused her to express concerns for Edward's safety and that she had even asked him to move out of the home, but he refused. She described him as a wonderful, loving soul who did not deserve such a brutal death. Edwards' son has been taken into police custody and was yet to be formally charged up to the publication of this article. I'm so tired. Feel like I'm going to go to bed. A 59-year-old labourer shot dead in Westmoreland. The Westmoreland police are probing the killing of a 59-year-old labourer who was gunned down in his community on Saturday night. The deceased has been identified as Winston Williams, otherwise called Slyback, of Kings Valley District, Grangeville in Westmoreland. Another man who was shot and injured in the incident has been hospitalized. So reports from the Grangeville police are at about 7:30 p.m. Both men were standing outside a shop when gunmen drove up on a motorcycle and opened fire, hitting Williams and the other man. Now, upon the arrival of the police who were summoned, both men were transported to hospital where Williams was pronounced dead and the other man admitted for treatment. No motive has yet been established for the killing. Gunman killed by a licensed firearm holder on Manningsville Road. The police are investigating the circumstances surrounding the fatal shooting of a man and the seizure of an illegal firearm by a licensed firearm holder on Manningsville Road in St. Andrew on Tuesday. The deceased man has been identified as a 36-year-old Mark Chang of Spanish Town, St. Catherine address. The police reported that about 2:10 a.m., Chang was observed behaving menacingly close to the intersection of Whitehall Avenue and Manningsville Road. From among the persons on hand, he was reportedly berated about his actions by the licensed firearm holder, who believed he was suspected that Chang was armed. Who is believed to have suspected that Chang was armed. It is further reported that Chang ignored pleas for him to contain himself before he left the scene. Minutes later, he returned and continued to behave boisterously before brandishing a handgun and firing several shots at the licensed firearm holder. The police said the firearm holder managed to take evasive action and return the fire, killing Chang on the spot. The gun that he had in his possession was seized and handed over to the police. I've got studio devising. I count my blessing. Give thanks to the master. You are a disaster. Still here together after. Man, count your blessing. I've got strength and endurance. Oh, that picture they cut off the head. I've got no health insurance. I've got love in abundance. I count my blessing. Pastor's headless body found in Hanover. The headless body of a man was discovered by residents in Hanover on Monday. The dead man has been identified as 40-year-old Kenneth Andre Reed of a St. Catherine address. The severed head of Reed, said to be a pastor, remained missing up to Tuesday afternoon. I don't know if they have found it. I haven't seen anything that suggests that. I don't know. Reed was last seen at about 1:30 p.m. on Sunday in Newtown, Hanover, where he went to cut down bushes from a plot of land where he intended to build a house. Hours after he did not return, a group of his friends who became concerned went in search of him, but efforts to locate Reed were unsuccessful. The party resumed the search on Monday when they found Reed's headless body. The Sandy Bay police were called in and the body removed to the funeral home. No motive has yet been established for the killing of the pastor. Well, I don't know what the police have said about. All indications are that I actually have another story. Pastor beheaded in Hanover. So residents of the Newtown district in Hanover were joined on Monday jolted on Monday by shock by the discovery of a beheaded pastor. The minister of religion, me tell him name already and something, who is originally from Lucy, Hanover but resides in St. Catherine, was reportedly last seen, as I told you before, and them something there, on Sunday after leaving the home of a church sister to clear a plot of land on which he intended to build a house. I don't know that part of the story there. Latoya Reed, the pastor's widow, said she last spoke to her husband on Friday. He informed me that he was going to travel to the community to attend to the land, said the distraught wife. I still cannot believe that he's gone, and especially in such a manner. The Reverend Gerville Rowe, pastor of the Faith Anchor Ministry in Hopewell, Hanover, has known Reed since 2010 and considered him a dedicated man of God. It comes as a shock to hear that there are persons out there who would readily attack a minister of religion, much less chop off his head, said Rowe. Now, residents of Newtown said that Reed recently returned to the community to clear the property, but found that someone had appeared to be preparing to commence construction on the land. The death of the pastor is the second gruesome killing in Sandy Bay in the past 2 weeks, as the burnt body of 43-year-old Donald Oliver Mullins, a steelworker of Mount Pelly in the same community, was discovered in his motor vehicle on Sunday, February 28th. Mullins went missing on Tuesday, February 23rd, 3 days after his baby mother died in hospital after giving birth to a daughter. Me get a data now, so my brain smarter now. It means me constructive. Like so my brain I make smarter now. Over the years, sweat. The work I pay off you now. Some things gotta give. The world run out for gas you know. Find all that picture. Over the years, the work I pay off you know. I don't know that story already. 5 kills, 7 guns retrieved. I would have done a video. I did another follow-up video today where the rap sheet of these 5 men were given by the JCF. Apparently there was an intelligence-driven operation early one morning, Wednesday morning, and a shootout allegedly ensued and gunfire was exchanged. A soldier was hit. I think he's okay, recovering I suppose. However, 5 men lay dead when the shooting subsided, and 7 guns, including rifles, well, a rifle, and there are 2 Uzi submachine gun, 4 pistols, many rounds of ammunition, magazines, cell phones, all sorts of things. You see me? And thing. Some people have come out to say that one of the men is our son and him innocent and some things, but we won't even get there. There has been a viral clip of an interview done by a Gleaner reporter and a man from Augustown who was also reportedly on the police's radar and who was given instruction to turn himself to Tech 9. Okay, don't say a Tech 9 them. I would even know, brother. You understand? Give thanks. He was pledging his innocence and saying that he was fearful and he did not want to die and he was not involved in any crime or criminality and he didn't even know the man them who dead and him not no affiliation or association with them and some things. Reminds me of an interview that Dogpaw did prior to his arrest when he was a wanted man. The gentleman who was in the interview, his alias is Duppy. It would be interesting to learn how he got that name. I don't know. It's just that it is always interesting to hear these voices. Well, it was a voice note. It was an interview. It was just recorded. You understand? I don't know if he have turned himself into the police as yet, but I know that the police are interested in talking to him at least. So, yeah. Doppio. The man them rap sheet long, so I'm not even get to. I'm gonna go watch the video. Yeah, the video them, every information in them. You understand what I say? There is believed to be at least 20 murders between the 5 men, multiple shootings, you understand, and probably other shootings and murders where them name not call upon but them involved. You understand? So, I don't know. Yeah man, Dogpaw is serving time. Thing man. I would have done video about who is I do a video here the JA, who is Dogpaw, go watch it. Plus I also did another video where I detailed a situation where there was some accusation of abuse by Dogpaw. So soldier and warders must beat him and Livity and some other man get beaten, Ramcharan and all some other man. So yeah man, he's serving time and he was found guilty and he's serving time. I can't tell you the details of the video but no, I did a video about Dogpaw not so long ago. Probably less than 6-8 months ago too. Who is Dogpaw? You know that little series that when I work on where yeah, I see some people copy or lick it some other way and them say, but then what's the thing? Go give thanks. You understand? The man them, boy, I don't even know. We can work it out. Africa must wake up. The sleeping sons of Jacob. What tomorrow may bring. May a better way come. Yeah. Larry Burke, what I deal with? Peeps, on the last stream I did Sunday night, I went to great lengths to make a point about 16-year-old. Yeah, man. The video name, who is Christopher Dogpaw Linton. Big up yourself, I. See it? And I made mention of the fact that the 16-year-old alleged reputed leader of the Bedbugs gang was arrested. What else 16-year-old involved in that again? I don't even remember them. But I had shared some things where, a murder that took place in Britain, the driver of the getaway vehicle a 16-year-old was held and a gun found in the vehicle. That was the second 16-year-old. There was another 16-year-old situation, man. What was the next one? May I get all of them? I can't remember all of these things. See? So, as I said, before we get to that part still, I don't have much to say about this operation up by Augustown. Expect to say that I am happy that the guns are off the street. That's all I have to say. More guns off the street. We give thanks. I don't know what happened to the fellas them up in Augustown. Apparently, there is some gang feud going on, and these men were believed are reputed members of the Berry gang. Must be based in Bedward Gardens. I am just saddened about the situation that currently exists in the country. I am frustrated that it is getting worse. I mean, some things have to get worse before it get better, but there's no end in sight apparently. You know what I'm saying? There's a light at the end of the tunnel. There's not even a tunnel, brother. A source of rocks we are looking at. No tunnel not there. And we have to go dig out this a tunnel. No tunnel not there. The thing that is a Jamaica that my children will grow up in is just sad. And my grandkids. And when I would have lived my life and I would have transitioned, my family members and friends will have children who will live in this Jamaica. Sad. As a man who is more than an average lover of his country, a man who considers himself a patriot, a nationalist, it saddens me greatly. It saddens me greatly. You understand? To see the wanton disregard for life in the country, it concerns me greatly. To see the constant bloodletting, murders, shootings, unnecessary killings, it drains your energy, family. Yeah, and I have been covering these stories from 2016, and long before I started doing this, I used to see these things on the news, and I have been just internalizing these things for a long time, and it really and truly saddens me. For someone who wants to see a better Jamaica, for Jamaica to attain its fullest potential, a man who have given of himself to this nation time and time again, it saddens me. A man who is willing to accept that things are being done, but will also honestly tell you that not enough is being done. We are lagging behind. We are not as serious as we should be. It saddens me greatly. To see also the profile of these men, boys, dying and killing off them one another and killing off innocent people, it saddens me greatly. As a high school educator who treats with teenagers, having interface with, guided, motivated, encouraged, rough. Some won't forget rough cars, that I feel I think too. It saddens me greatly. So much so that you have come to realize that I hardly do any murder story videos anymore. I do them every now and then, but generally speaking, I don't. The most I'll do is discuss them with the live stream. And even that is just burdensome and heavy. Like, me I read some stories and it's like, yo, this for real, brother? It's like it has become so commonplace. It's the norm now. Another man was shot and killed. Another man was shot and killed. Another man was shot and killed. A woman was kidnapped and murdered. Like, it saddens me. And the saddest part about it, it's not getting any better. That is the saddest part about it. All I want is for my daughter don't live here, but for my son, and if I get another child who lives in Jamaica, to grow up in a better Jamaica than I did. That is all I want. You understand? I tell you, it is my life's duty to give my children the things that I never got. I want them to grow up in a better world than I lived in, family. That is why we do the things we do. Part of why we do the things we do. That's all I'm asking. It saddens me greatly. Yeah? No, I have been speaking about this. And as I told you before, there's some literature somewhere that says the age range from most of the men who die in this country violently between 16 to 25. Most of the men who commit the murders in the country, 16 to 25. And I suppose 16 will probably move to 15 and 14 as time goes by. Many of our youths are being lost because there's no supervision. They have mothers and fathers, but they don't have parents. The family, which is, as far as I am concerned, is a fabric that holds a society together, has broken down as an institution. So the first vehicle of socialization, which is a family, is a wreck. So what then do you expect? The society that you and I grew up in has evolved considerably, significantly. Children don't grow the way that we grew up anymore. It's a different, it's like a six chicken, white fowl business. Incubation business. They don't enjoy them childhood. You understand? A TV I raise the youths them. Back then we out the door run up and down, we elbow chip up, we need them chip up, we teeth broke off, we fired bus up, we climb tree, we go a river, we go shoot bird, we make board wheel chuck, box wheel chuck, box chuck. Play cricket with civil orange, sour orange. Use coconut limb to make bat, we call them bunker bat. You make a little scooter with your hose and your bleach buckle. Or you get your tire and put water in there with your 2 stick and you put one buckle in there and you have your thing run up and down with the whole day. And you know, look at Dalios, because that's a finite thing. From them time till now. You understand? We like the running girl them. You see? But the youth them these days, brother, white fowl businessman, and them mentality different, them psyche different, them whole viewpoint on everything is different. And yes, I mean the society evolved. The society that we grew up in would have been different from what our parents and grandparents grew up in. So things will change. But gosh man, the change is just... So we have a lot of mothers and fathers, but we don't have many parents about here. Yes, Kerry, Dolly house. And if you did live near me too, you're in a Dolly house. And me then be your father and you be your mother. And that's what you think there. You understand? Or you just don't come in a Dolly house. Sure. I really are. You know how much Dolly house I play about here? You know how much lit me get for certain things growing up? So we just go back and laugh. Fly kite. Some you would still fly them kite, man. I get some lick for some things growing up, you see? But I don't lick them lick. I lick them lick, you know me. I have a laugh. I remember some things I have just laugh still. But me turn out alright. You understand? Turn out alright. Yeah, brother. Uncle Frame, Auntie Barbara, Auntie Carl. I get some lick. Some things. Aye, sir. Ah, boy. I enjoyed my childhood years. I'll say that. We were poor, but we were happy. Yeah? For the most part. I have had sad times, many sad times, but I've had happy times. Some good times. I used to have two sisters who live up this and two sisters who live around this and I live in the middle. And I go for the two end them, man. And then time Dolly house round, so Dolly house round, so there's a move from Dolly house to Dolly house. Yo, go on. We can move on here, sir. It's good to reminisce. It's good to reminisce. Now you now make no slingshot nowadays in the S John. A one pop them I make. Homemade. Shotgun. Yeah, sir. Now you now make no kite. Them just a fight. You see me? Yeah, man. Yo, John was star. Marble. Yeah, that's what I say? Yeah, man. Pop shot. The youth don't know nothing about pop shot, you know. You cut your bamboo. You understand, you get a wild piment of them. You win that bus. Me tell you so one time, man, my uncle did tell me to stop make it. And me use it and me shoot somebody with it. Yeah, man, when I come in from school even, the man asked me feet and I have to game. With me shot them, you know. He said, take off your shot, boy, and throw some water. The man then kill me with pop shot, brother. Be a sting to my body. You understand? The man told me not tell you to tap. Alone, my own shot them and shot me, you know. But alright, we don't reminisce about them times. Those times, good times. You understand? They all come from school and even every cane field get red. Every orange field. The orange them when we heat, they don't grow. The cane them when we broke down, they not in a field them. You understand? Chocolate, jackfruit, everything I did before I reach home. You understand? Them youth here, white folk settings just a gig. Now I have gig war. Book. Jaja. Them days. Alright, I'm going to move on. 16-year-old indisciplined gangster shot dead in Rosestown. 16-year-old gang member, reputed member of the indisciplined gang. Book page make plain, brother. What them know about that something? The book page make boxy. Because sometimes you can't go build a real kite and you get your book page, then you take out the mega page out of your book and get your thread and your boxy. Length out the gun. You see me? A 16-year-old boy allegedly linked to the indisciplined gang died of gunshot wounds following a shootout between the police and gunmen in Rosestown in Kingston on Tuesday. The deceased has been identified as Jamari Thomas. The police reports are that sometime after 12 a.m. a team of officers were on patrol in the area when they came under gunfire from armed men. The police reportedly took evasive action and returned fire, leading to a shootout. Now, shortly after the shooting subsided, Thomas was found with bullet wounds. He was taken to hospital where he later died. The indisciplined gang operates out of the Rosestown community, the police disclosed. Investigations are ongoing. Africa must wake up, sleeping sons of Jacob. What tomorrow may bring, may a better day come. Yeah. We can work it out. Man on screen, Percival Badu Singh, former chairman of Petrojam. A man who, it was revealed, submit claims for airfare stating that he would have traveled to these places to conduct business on Petrojam's behalf, and the man left the country. Yo, Jamaica to rot it. I'm going to bring back that seriously soon, Jamaica to rot it. Brother, to run any country effectively, you need a balance of firmness, a balance of compassion, and a whole heap of things. You understand? It's just not totalitarian state business. There has to be a balance where the rules and laws governing the country are adhered to, and if they are not, then you face the consequences and the penalties, which should be firm and commensurate with the offense. You understand? So we're not in the totalitarian thing, but there should be some balance in the dispensation of law and order. So I hope that answers your question. Former Petrojam chairman charged on fraud allegations. Better late than never, I suppose. Detectives from the major organized crime and anti-corruption agency MOCA arrested and charged former Petrojam chairman Dr. Percival Badu Singh with 12 counts of obtaining money by means of false pretense. It is being alleged that between December 2016 and May 2018, Badu Singh fraudulently claimed several reimbursements and was paid monies by Petrojam for overseas business trips that he did not attend. According to MOCA, the false claims over the period amounted to US $73,620. So that's about 8 million, 9 million Jamaican dollars. Give or take, I suppose. MOCA says it conducted a thorough multi-jurisdictional investigation into these allegations, prepared and submitted a file to the Director of Public Prosecutions, who ruled that criminal charges should be filed. The agency says Badu Singh was interviewed in the presence of his attorney and subsequently arrested and charged. He was later offered bail, as is expected, and is to appear in the Kingston and St. Andrew Parish Court on Wednesday, the 17th of March. MOCA says the investigations continues with a view of conducting other interviews shortly. Aye, sir. Aye, sir. Aye, sir. Aye, sir. We come from Kafu in a broad daylight. Send the house like a build them. We'll turn them over. Longer than over. In a middle day, we a kill them rifle shot up them. No. Daytime murders. Latest police statistics show over 120 murders committed during the day. Sir Raymond, big up yourself enough, fam. Appreciate the contribution. Nearly half the total number of murders recorded in Jamaica so far this year occurred during the daytime. In a middle day, we are them rifle shatter. Send you at me, them I will turn them over. No longer than. Between the hours of 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. Between January 1 and yesterday, a total of 280 murders were recorded across the 19 police divisions island-wide, according to the JCF statistics. 125 of those killings occurred between 6 a.m. and 5:59 p.m. Murders are up 5% over the comparative period last year, despite the nightly island-wide curfew and other coronavirus containment measures imposed by the government to restrict movement by citizens. The St. James Police and the St. Andrew South Police led the way, each recording 37 killings since the start of the year. For St. James, this was more than twice the 16 murders recorded over the corresponding period last year, and 5% increase for the St. Andrew South Police Division. Now, a breakdown shows that nationally there were 37 killings between 6 a.m. and 8:59 a.m. early morning. 37. Accounting for a majority of the daytime murders. There were 33 murders between 9 a.m. and 11:59 a.m. 25 between noon and, I probably need to do a video upon this. 25 between noon and 2:59 p.m. The most dangerous time. May I do a video? And 30 between 3 p.m. and 5:59 p.m. What could be the alright. So a total of 71 murders occurred between 6 p.m. and 8:59 p.m. The largest of any of the 3 hours time period created. So 6 p.m. when Duppy start work, I'm just kidding, to 9 o'clock at 71 murders have occurred at that time. The period between 9 p.m. and 11:59 p.m. was next with 53 reported killings. The nightly curfew, which requires citizens to remain indoors, begin at 8 p.m. and ends at 5 a.m. And the JCF statistics shows that there were 18 killings between midnight and 3 a.m. 13 between 3 a.m. and 5:59 a.m. or 6 o'clock. Interesting. The curfew, and I really, if you stop murder still in all technicalities, is really and truly to limit the movement of people in light of the COVID situation. As I would have explained and discussed before, that in fighting COVID, we have lost the fight against many other things. One include humanity, crime. I will turn them over. Gone longer than Dover. I have often defended the JCF, saying that there are more good officers in the force than bad ones. I don't know nothing to say about them, man, here, I don't know nothing to say about it. I just watch everything develop, then I run in upon some people. You see me? I have beat these people long and hard, but I watch and see what go on. See who else will be arrested, if any. And I have long said that it is my view that you have more good cops than bad cops. You have good cops, bad cops, cops who rape people, and cops who no hear, not yet. Yo, this a device I make Babylon fret. Good cop, give me a one job. Bad cop, cop who rape people and cop who broke. You have good cop, but cops most corrupt, says Jamaicans. The Major General Anthony Anderson led Jamaica Constabulary Force has come out tops as the most corrupt entity in the criminal justice system in the eyes of Jamaicans. According to the 2019 Jamaica National Crime Victimization Survey, which was made public on Wednesday, 65.2% of Jamaicans who are aged 16 and older felt that the JCF was most corrupt ahead of the FLA. The survey had a sample size of 6,354 persons and covers September 2018 to August 2019. It is the fifth such survey conducted in Jamaica by the Statistical Institute. Some 55.6% of Jamaicans believe that the Department of Correctional Services is corrupt, and 41.2% think judges and courts are shady. A third of Jamaicans perceive the major organized crime and anti-corruption agency as being corrupt, which is 36.6, yeah? According to the survey, I think people did rate more, you know. While acknowledging that the perception was troubling, National Security Minister Dr. Horace Chang defended the JCF. Wow. Color me surprised. Noting that the figure had been in the 70s prior to now. Okay, so that make it better. He noted that 65.2% is too high, but it does suggest we are improving. He added, the police interface more with the public as opposed to other groups. Their actions tend to be under public scrutiny, and one event becomes a national event. Plus, there's a narrative and a legacy that is hurting our police force. Some of them corrupt, brother. He said that the police force was a highly professional body and systemic corruption has been reduced. But then it was so high that even reducing means it's still high. I don't know. I just a counter points. I just on a counter mission. Yeah, son? We will have to re-emphasize to the wider public that the steps we are taking to improve greater accountability of their activities. But the recruitment now is very rigid. Chang, who is also the Deputy Prime Minister, said, confidence in the police is crucially admitted. You understand? So, in the same survey, 78.6% of Jamaicans felt that the zones of special operations were reliable, while 76.1% thought the same about states of emergency. So there is popular support for those. A similar majority in both instances felt that the security measures were also effective. SOEs were one of the main planks in the government's crime-fighting strategy. Now, last September, the Supreme Court ruled that the detention of 5 men under the state of emergency was unconstitutional. The men had been detained for extended periods in at least 3 parishes. I don't know the rest of the story. And then sitting there. So them say the police most corrupt than FLA. Funny thing is that I have taken steps to get an interview with the head of the FLA. I have not received any response, but I'll continue to press that and see if I can get some questions answered. It would also be interesting to have a sit down with the I think big enough to have a sit down with the Commissioner of Police. I have a lot. I don't think Mr. Chang would facilitate an interview. I would love to have a sit down with Mr. Chang as well and ask him some serious questions. You understand? Some procedural questions like, alright, so when the guns are seized, because people have been asking these questions, because many people have a view that the police themselves back the gun them. You know, we need to clear up these things. I don't have that viewpoint, but you know, some questions that people need to answer. We would like to get some answer to. The FLA, as I said, I have initiated contact in lieu of getting an interview with Shane Darling, CEO of the FLA, as I know that many people have many questions and I have no issue asking those questions on behalf of the viewers. You know, many people have vilified and demonized the FLA and has blamed the FLA for people being found with illegal guns, which I find to be very dumb, but it is what it is. Yeah. I suppose perception is a hell of a thing, and the police have been deemed to be corrupt from the devil was a boy. That has not changed. And the police have not done enough to change that either, because we're still hearing of many cases where the police members are involved in gang, police members are gangsters, police members are hitmen, police members are a lot of things. You understand? So, are them things there? Dante Brooks' murder and arson sentencing pushed back to the 19th of March. So the sentencing of Dante Brooks, the teenage son of Jamaican entertainer Mavado, who was found guilty of murder, illegal possession of firearm, and arson, has been postponed. So today's hearing was pushed back after Brooks' attorney Peter Champagny asked for a postponement after indicating that he needed time to peruse the social inquiry report which was served on him this morning and for the prosecution to make adjustments to the victim impact statement. The hearing has been moved to the 19th of March in the Home Circuit Court. So 18-year-old Brooks and another man, Andre Hines, were found guilty in January. So Hines was also charged with charged with murder, illegal possession of firearm, and arson. Brooks and Hines, who appeared in court, were remanded by Justice Leighton Pusey. The two were arrested and charged in connection with the home invasion and killing of Lorenzo Thomas in the St. Andrew community of Cassava Peace on the 5th of June 2018. Now, prosecutors led evidence that Brooks and Hines were among 5 men who entered the house and shot Thomas before pushing his father into another room. Thomas's killers attempted to sever his head, but aborted that plan because the machete was too dull. They then poured gasoline on the house and the body before setting both on fire. Prosecutors relied on the eyewitness testimony of Thomas's father, who indicated that he knew his son's killers from the community. So we'll see. It was not a guilty plea, so the sentence is probably going to be very heavy. Let's see. I am no judge, so I don't know. Alright guys, so I spoke to you earlier about the fact that Scotty brought something to my attention where a little boy who is battling cancer, I think stage 4, I think the child is a former schoolmate of Scotty son, and she has taken it upon herself to try and get help for the little boy. I know that she engaged the channel WhatsApp group the other day. I would have been observing the discussion and stuff, and a suggestion came out of it that Empress Cookie, thanks for the contribution. Really and truly appreciate it. Out of the discussion came a suggestion that we should hold a fundraising event, like a little telethon type of thing, with me facilitating. And I have absolutely no problem with that. As I said to you, Scotty was supposed to be here tonight in studio. And on Sunday, I don't know that Sunday will be possible either, based on the situation that I would have explained earlier. But I intend to go ahead with the call-in. People said that they're interested. There's a GoFundMe campaign ongoing. I'll share the link to that with you in a few. But before I do that, pray this.
Can you imagine a 10-year-old we have no worry about? If I'm going to we need no help. We need to share the videos. We need to help me to get people to donate to the GoFundMe. We need help. I don't know how to help, but we need help because we can't carry him back home and just watch him fall apart. Can you imagine a 10-year-old we have no worry about? If I'm going to we need no help. We need to share the videos. We need to help me to get people to donate to the GoFundMe. We need help. I don't know how to help, but we need help because we can't carry him back home and just watch him fall apart.
What am I looking for? Oh. Why didn't I capture those things? Oh, I have it over here. So this is the little man. Teach how me get in a WhatsApp group. The WhatsApp group kinda, is available to, the loyal supporters of the channel who would have been a part of the family for a while. You just need to message me, tell me who you be, and request, and I'll add you. And thing, kind of look a close-knitted family. Them talk a lot over there too. Finar and Joan and Rosie and them talk a lot. You understand? Empress Jennifer and Diamond and Warrior Star and they love it talking here, man. Of the people them still on Garfield and some holy poor people. You see me? Yeah, what? But yeah, right. Yeah. And thing. So watch out now. This is the little boy. The only way he has been doing chemo, but without a bone marrow transplant, he will not make it. And as I said, Scotty has, taken it up. We had discussions sometime today to about, kind of pitching the idea to Bounty Killer and his foundation. So I guess me I got either talk to Killer tomorrow or Banky about it and see what assistance they can offer. I would have also decided to, make a contribution, but we'll get to that. And so Sunday night stream will be primarily dedicated to raising some funds for the young man. I would have instructed Scotty to inform the mother to create a PayPal account where you can contribute directly to the account, or you can contribute via on the GoFundMe page if you so desire. I think this is the link for the campaign. I hope I copy the right thing, If not, I'll post it in the link for the stream. And thing. Well, no, things are rough for everybody. Financially, it has been a struggle for many. Some of us are in a better position than others. Yeah. If you are even not able to contribute, you can share the link to the campaign so people who are able to can do so. It is, the goal is $56,000. That's a tidy little sum. They have raised 5,200 and something up to since even I screenshot the page and thing. Somebody click the link and tell me for the right link that my drop in, please and thanks. You saw the pain on his mother's face. You heard the pain in her voice. She's saying she can't just sit around and carry him home and watch him fall apart. No good parent would be willing to do that when there's something else that can be done. You understand? This young man's situation is no fault of his, and I can just imagine the trauma that he has been through at this young age. So if we can do anything to extend his life or to save his life for that matter, no matter how small it is, I will also try to get mommy in stream. Like I'm still not changing my computer, my computer struggle with them things here. But okay, Matthew said the right link. Give thanks. So I think Scotty will probably have to be on the phone as well. But I'll probably try to bring them in the stream somewhere. So tomorrow Matt saw that and figure out how I'm gonna deal with that. So Sunday night, whatever it is, if it's even $1, and as I said, I set it up where the money don't come to me or go through me. I want the money to go directly to the mother, whether through the GoFundMe campaign or a PayPal account that I have suggested that they create. All of us have children, or all of us will have kids. And yes, we may be doing okay now, but these things can drain your resources very quickly. And you know, helping is always helping. You understand? And these things have a way of rewarding us in the long run. So if you're in a position to contribute, then Friday, Sunday evening, Sunday night, 8:30. I mean, I'll discuss a few other things, but it will be a call-in stream mostly anyways. You understand? So you call in and, you know what I mean, you make a pledge, you do your donation and them things, and we'll see what we can do for the youngster. As I said, I am going to reach out to Rodney and his team with the foundation to see what they can do as well, and probably reach out to a few other people I know who would probably be able to help. I lost my son at 23 MTG. I am broken beyond. My deepest sympathies, Empress Lee. Jaja. But I'm there now, Stuart. Just a go on reason about a little thing. Zane, can I send the ad to you? Yeah, man, sure. Just message me on WhatsApp and I'll send it to you. 321-6425. That's the channel number. Zane. So yeah, call in stream Sunday. We can talk about some things we don't want to talk about, but we're gonna try and raise some money for Reggie. Yeah. Empress Sherry Lee. I wish I could hug you. One day, if I ever see in a real life, I just go hug you up. You understand? Yeah, man. I am so sorry to hear that. So Sunday, teach. Do you have more of the book bags, merch? Yeah, man. Anything you buy over there, same way, man. Father Andre, you see me? Yeah, man. So peeps. Sunday, all the vibes, all the reason. I'm sorry for Scotty now got in the studio. I don't even like see the studio up on a local level yet still now, but I have to go wait. Until Scotty in a stream one night. But place nice. We give thanks. Thanks to Uno. Thanks to all the viewers. I want to make the thing possible. So the GoFundMe link, I have shared it already. So you don't have to wait until Sunday night either to contribute. If you are in a position to do so, you can proceed to the GoFundMe campaign and contribute. I'll definitely have discussion tomorrow with either Rodney or Banky or both of them and see if we can come together and do a thing for the youngster. Plus trying to raise some money this way as well. I mean, it's for a noble cause. You understand? As a parent, I can just imagine having to treat with a situation like this. And thing. One more thing, let me take the opportunity as well to encourage my viewers who are parents or parents to be. It is always good to have some form of insurance for not only yourself but for your kids as well. So some form of health insurance would help to cushion the blow in the event of certain things. I know that some health situations can come up where it is just really burdensome. So if it is possible any at all, you know, some of the little money we use buy phone card and do some things we don't have to do sometime, we can accumulate the money there and make sure so one local insurance thing and one local savings account for the juvenile them I go and take over. You understand? It may come in very handy down the road. Zane? Yeah, because we never know. We never know. Jaja. Ah, boy. So we will, as a family, try as best as possible to render some assistance, and Sunday evening we'll deal with the thing. You understand? I hope Digital and Flow and lockdown me trip them. I know I add credit to the phone them recently. I not even turn them on to check them. Because they're not easy, you know. They're not easy. So we'll see what go on in our dance. Peeps. I'll cut it here, so big up on yourself. And appreciate the youths them, peeps. Hug up your kids and make them know so you love them. You understand? When last as parents you hug your child and tell your daughter, your son so you love them and them special and them little things. You understand? We must do these things. You understand? We know we love them enough, but sometimes them need for year. You understand what I say? Sometimes they need fear. Silver, just shot me a message on broski, man. You know what thing go. So what you can do too is encourage your friends and co-workers and family members to join us on Sunday night. And see if we can come up. No man, not Banky High, man. Banky. Paul Giscom, OC, Banky Loss or Banky. That man managed most of the biggest artists them in the history of the music. In his time. Shabba, Cabra, Killer, whole heap of people. You understand? Yeah man, so it's Paul Giscom, Banky. So he is Bounty Killer's manager. And thing. You know, sometimes Killer is a hard man to get a hold of, so you have a reason with Banky. Yeah, so Sunday night, 8:30, I'll definitely be on for a good cause. Let's try to help a sister as she fights to save her child's life. Peeps, big up on yourself. I love the ones them, you know. I love the ones them. I appreciate, you know. You understand? All I have achieved, YouTube-wise, I want to make it possible. Yeah, I put in the work, but when I see the work, when I like the work, when I take on to the work, you understand? When I help me build a family, build a platform, and I appreciate the ones them. I probably don't say it as much as I should, but I appreciate the ones them. You understand? I want to make this possible, Zane, and you guys have directly and indirectly made great things happen in my life. You need a prison interview series. It is easier said than done, Kevin. I've thought about it. Everything I got balance in one day, man. I could just go and do some work and build a brand and a name, and then them soon can't say no. You see what the thing I got? You see chop? See shapes? Yeah, man. Slow and steady when you race, man. Turkey style. Yeah, man. So we can't do everything one time. You have to just build at the blocks until you reach up to the roof before you can roof off your house. You can't roof the foundation. You see what I say? So one step at a time, man. Remember when I go in, man, long-term settings we have, you know. We have build something, you know. Zane. So, yeah, peeps. But even when I say, yeah, I appreciate the one. As I say, I want to make this possible. People that there and left, I appreciate you know. I know someone not going to see this said way. People that there plan for left, I appreciate you. People where they are now going nowhere, I appreciate you know. I appreciate everybody, man. Everybody who has been a part of the journey, Zane, who has become a part of the family, who has grown to appreciate and admire and respect the movement. I appreciate the ones there. You understand what I say? Erica said with thy might, you know what I think go. Yeah, man. Because we can do a million videos, you know, but if nobody not watch them, it don't make no sense. Zane, and I am pleased that I have remained myself and people have seen that and appreciated that. It feels good to know that you can stand out while standing up for what you believe in. It feels good to know that you can stand out while being different from the crowd. It shows that, and it feels good to know that without the gossip and the sus and the sensationalization and creating things that don't exist and pushing feud, I have built something special. A long time that in the eye and I. They tell the Jaja. It feels good to know, as Barry said, that after so long, I can look back and the journey has been rough many times, as I tell you, enough times I went to work without sleep, without a minute of sleep, all night, get ready, go work in the morning, have a full day of class, come home, at it again, and the thing continue. I have lost friends, friendships have, faded, relationships have ended, as some girls at some time I say, I don't have enough time for them and I not care about them enough and them want more attention and they weren't patient. You understand? And the thing never work out. You see me? Mm. Far, man. Whole heap of sleepless nights, man. For example, even though I'm at the stage I'm reach now, I worked on the Tenasaw video last night. I started editing that video about after 7, after 8, and I was treating with, my son from time to time, feeding him and, trying to put him to bed at points, or I go play with him sometimes and them something, plus other things around the house. I finished editing that video about 1:30. I know I was towing the line with that video, and some of the songs were in it. When I uploaded the video and it finished process and them something there, I got an email that there was a copyright violation in it, which I felt was coming. Deleted the video, re-edit, export, render, re-upload, process, check, make sure it's everything in place, set it for go live this morning, went to my bed about 4 o'clock. Was up again by 7, started working on the video with the Augustone youth them and them rap sheet. Then Amir has been, kind of a little bit fussy every now and then. So, and his mother have work as well. So, we have to fall in. Plus we had classes throughout the day. Did that video throughout the day. Then did another video. Prepare for the stream. Cook. So I am sleep deprived, but we'll just do the thing, because I'm a job. I work. You understand? Many people think I better rose. The man that many have YouTube channel, know the thing set. Pretty. You understand? But through the support of you guys, the patience that you have shown, despite the fact that we have different views, many times we don't get disrespectful and we hear each other out, we don't have to agree, but I heart love CMA. I want to share the video them. I want to recommend the channel to my friends and family. I want to give them money. A lot of the things that I have acquired is through donation from many of you. Super Chat, Western Union. When some people come from foreign, them left Jamaica until them see me. You have people probably not in the stream right now, but them not leaving Jamaica until they see teach them. You understand? And I get my local envelope with me, you know what I mean? My local stipend and then sitting there. You see me? My Patreon them, as I say, I was the first person who started putting my Patron's name in my videos. But then I moved away from that, and that was my personal choice. And I have my reasons for doing that as well. See, but I still have some people who stick over Patreon, even though their names are not on my screen anymore. They have been there. My PayPal people, them, like, everybody. See, and some people don't have it to contribute financially, but they watch the videos and the ads them play and we make our money. Them tell them everybody important to the thing. You understand? And when the world balancing again, when the world set clean, we gotta teach them there. You understand? But who can come a yard, who they a yard, link up, cook some food, play some domino, drink some liquor. You understand what I say? Play some tune, probably get a few artists to pass through, and all a vibe. You understand? Jerk some fowl and some Trenton and boil some goated soup and cook some curry chicken, some curry goat, some whole heap of things. You understand? And we're brave. You understand? As a family. So mother pan, that is, for sure they are them, so we appreciate the ones them. But it a go happen when the world balancing. You know what I mean? Peeps, big up on yourself. As I always say, when I leave the stream them at night time, I appreciate it. I want to understand that and know that. See, we do this for many reasons. We do this as a job, which is my second job. Truth is that it is slowly becoming my first job, and someday it may become my main job. However, so we do other things in terms of we want to branch out and do other things You understand? We want a space where, like on stage, when them on their interview, them just turn on them camera, them and everything set up already. We want a space like that. You understand? But we have other things that we want to deal with first, but eventually we have to do some things. You understand? We are going to do some things. Some things. There's the next part of the business that we need to start, and some things. We need to start shoot some music video and some other video and some things. You understand? Some things. And all of this started with a Note 4 and a Samsung tablet and a world map and a breaker and a desire to be different. Peeps, good night. Heart of love. Have a wonderful weekend. Walk good. Step with ya. Safe travel upon the gravel. All of the empress them, the lioness them, big up on yourself. One love. All the lions them, heart of love. Peeps. I'm out.
Thank you for tuning in. Like the stream before you go. Subscribe if you haven't done so. Remember to share the stream with your family and friends and browse the channel for more amazing content. Until next time, walk good, my friends.
Teach them! Hey, yo, hello! Send the message and make it reach them. It's Teach Them, right here. Warlord representing.